Son of a
You
bitch.
fucking twat.
Fucker. What up YouTube? Woehoe. Woehoe. What up YouTube? Hey, tof dat jullie allemaal meekijken. Het is een beetje raar waar we kijken. Ik kijk naar het scherm van de laptop, maar eigenlijk moeten we daar kijken.
Oh, moeten we daar kijken? Oh.
Ja, want dat is maar mij niet uit. We kijken gewoon waar we willen kijken, want we zijn gewoon arrogant wat dat betreft. Tof dat jullie meekijken in wat voor nu de komende 10 minuten, kwartier nog even een beetje Nederlands is. We gaan nog een beetje lopen bouwen, maar er komen binnenkort wat, als het goed is, van de Amerikanen en Britten aan.
Oh,
dus het is gewoon een beetje een, gewoon een beetje een hangout, gewoon een beetje dom kletsen. Een biermafklapper Kees.
Hey, die heb ik lang niet meer gezien.
Nee, dat is lang geleden. Die kijkt ook weer mee. Tof dat je er vanmiddag bij was. Zoals jullie kunnen zien, ben ik hier niet alleen.
Nee.
Ik heb een dikke buik. Zo.
Hey, Thijs.
Thijs is er, Wilfred is er. Tof dat jullie ook meekijken. Nee, jullie kunnen zien dat Douglas er ook bij is op het moment.
Oh ja.
En...
Oh, ja.
Nee, ik kan dit niet hebben, jongen. Ik kan het echt niet hebben. Nee, ja. We zijn vanmiddag even weg geweest.
Nou, Bax. Bax hier.
Was leuk.
Was zeker leuk.
Dat is grappig.
Hebben we Kees ook even in het echt kunnen zien.
Mafklapper.
Kunnen aanschouwen.
Ja, onze mafklapper was er. Ik probeer echt zoveel mogelijk naar het stomme telefoontje te kijken. Maar echt.
Ja, automatisch toch daar.
Dit gaat heel vaak verkeerd, maar dat is dan een ding dat er maar bij moet worden. Ja, we moeten straks maar even kijken trouwens wat we doen eventueel qua audio. We gaan wel zien wat er gebeurt, want als de rest meekijkt. De uil op de achtergrond. Ja, Wilfred vraagt nog... Ja, de uil op de achtergrond inderdaad, Kees.
Koffieuil.
En Wilfred vraagt nog... mooie dag gehad bij Bax. Ja, we hebben een tof dag gehad. We hebben een toffe dag gehad. Tof. Oh, echt veel te veel gegeten. Ja, net dan. Oh my god.
Speerders.
Oh, right. Christ, I completely forgot that. Sorry. I've got to do something. Give me 2 seconds. I keep forgetting that I need to do this separately. Give me 1 moment, brother. And there you go, Craig. There you go. There you go, Craig. Nee, het was leuk. Leuke bieren gehad.
Ja, zeker. Ja.
Wat was voor jou de uitschieter?
Ik denk dan toch wel de bandwagon. 18.
Ja, die denk ik ook wel.
Vond ik op zich uiteindelijk het mooiste bier.
Ja, die was wel erg fijn.
Maar ik vond de lager van de Streek vond ik ook prima.
Ja.
En de andere bieren van Bax waren ook prima. Maar ik denk toch de bandwagon...
De nieuwe bandwagon was goed.
En deze die je nu inschenkt als tweede, denk ik.
Ik schenk het nu in, inderdaad. Want we gaan gewoon een paar leuke bieren drinken vanavond. Het is niet echt dat we gaan reviewen of zo, maar nu pakken we even...
Ik zit nog aan deze.
Ja, daar rijden we even goed bij. Ook een tosse.
Traditionele Veltens beeld.
En ik schenk net deze in, omdat we bij Bax geweest waren. Okay, right, that was the end of the Dutch version of this, because we are actually going over to English right now. How you doing, mate?
And now it's the British version.
The British, yeah. Sorry, I did actually start with the British version. Even though you're American. You're American. So, first of all, everybody, please do.
Guten Abend, kid.
Device is not connected. Who is trying to? Oh, jeez! No!
Oh, no!
Landscape.
It doesn't matter.
You got a twisty.
Oh, cheers. Let's just fucking point
Turning twisty on.
Class
loads, guys. Yeah, we're going after these.
What is going on right now?
Did you have the goal for your current project? Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear fanboy. Happy birthday to you. And more. Happy birthday, Harry.
How we doing?
Pretty good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. We're just in a pub and we are about to leave and go and have a bottle shirt.
Sounds good, mate. What you guys have?
We're drinking ale. It's Peter.
I am
I am.
and guests.
Yeah.
I think Keith is just a little bit flabbergasted. He's like, "What the hell just happened?" It's Harry's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah. We're in like pub number 5 of the day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but we've had multiple ales at different pubs. So we've had we started off in Bundo, and Peter's not singing. Stop it.
What the hell is that bullshit all about?
Why?
So yeah, we've been into Bundobus. We started off at Bundobus this morning, lunchtime, and then after Bundo, we went to another bar, which I forget the name of. We were actually hunting for a bar, and we never went there because we went to one bar, but then it was full of twats. So then we went to Brewdog afterwards. No, like we couldn't work the app, and then on the app they had like 2 or 3 beers, and it wasn't even that good. It was like Pims or something else. Not a Pims ale. Oh, Adam can fill us in.
The toilet is very far away.
Is it like a Westminster toilet?
Yes. Well, not that far, but close.
Okay. What was the second ale bar that we went in and we didn't drink it?
Casimir Gardens, that one. It was not great in terms of ale selection.
Yeah. And then we went walking to another pub, but then there was a Brewdog on the road.
Yeah. So Liverpool's going through a load of changes at the moment with the cobblestones. So they're replacing the cobblestone pavings. So it closed the whole road off, and like the way we were going to go was closed off. So we went right, and the Brewdog's there. It was on the back Colquitt Street.
And that was a really good find as well. There was some decent beers in there.
Yeah, you enjoyed the Guest Mead. What was it, 14%?
There was a Chandrama Mead, which was a sessionable ale.
That's one.
And then also there was Maiden from...
we got Maiden. 2019 Maiden.
And some Jackie O's as well.
Yeah, we've got Jackie O's for later.
Basically, you guys are wasting beyond already.
We're sufficiently suitably fine.
Drinking House IPA for here, which is brewed by Chapter, 7.3% IPA. Really?
And then we're going to go home and drink some Treehouse.
Please do. Like you do.
Yeah, like we do.
It sounds like it.
Mills, Treehouse.
It sounds like a great
Why would you drink Treehouse when you go drink Cascade?
You sent me Luigi.
Oh, wait. Shh, guys. Wait. Harry.
That's Mario.
Harry.
That's we could get hit by a red shirt.
Right, so
Well, we should.
Harry. Peter.
Yes.
Gosh. Keith just actually really asked you guys a very intelligent question. Why
I try to look at fake Radler.
I didn't even hear what the question was, sorry. Hence why my ear is here.
Music selections.
All right, so I muted you guys, so maybe now you can hear me without interrupting everything. Keith has actually really asked you guys a really good question. Keith, would you like to go again?
That's not.
Go for it.
It's not. It's just out. Liverpool Brewing, left by 18.
Keith, come on.
Oh, Harry's listening.
Although they did a really good chili stuff.
I asked, why would you drink Treehouse if you can just go out and drink cask ale?
Oh,
Right. So question for the room. Question for the room. Why would we drink Treehouse if we could just drink cask ale?
Because things start to close soon because everything closes at 11, and we're like, what, nearly 10?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's 20 past.
Time to go home and drink Treehouse.
That makes sense.
past 10.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Basically, that's your answer.
Can't give you a specific time, but it's quite past 10.
Yeah.
It's a good answer.
Right. Well, we actually went out to a brewery today and to their brew pub, which was fantastic. Had a great day.
I know.
Beer
I can't even see Douglas under the live message. Douglas's face is completely covered. Awful.
What? Could you say that again? What?
Douglas's face is completely covered by the live message.
Is it? But yeah, you're like.
Just lean him in towards your face.
He's the Dutch Bruce Willis.
Whilst maintaining social distancing.
Yeah, he's the Dutch Bruce Willis.
He is. He's Dutch Bruce Willis.
People always say to me, "Stay away from the light." So
I keep urging him to go in there because it's always a lot better there than it is here. We got lots of people saying hello and everything's great and everybody's having a great time. I thought this question was interesting, by the way. Pace is asking Keith what he thinks about the European Championship football for tomorrow. I
don't even know what that means. So
it means.
I'm ready to go.
I also. We're going to shoot off, guys. So
see you soon.
We'll see you when we are in a house instead. So.
You guys have a great evening.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye-bye. I love you.
Bye.
What the ever fuck was that?
They had a great time at least.
No, so this is actually a question about the European Championship football, which I think you basically have your opinion about the entire football thing can be summed up in 2 words: fuck and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here. It's that.
I know it exists. I don't pay attention to it at all. Matt's supposed to jump on. He'll know more. He'll have an opinion.
Me too.
Matt always has an opinion.
I also like football.
What is your opinion?
Soccer.
What's your opinion about football?
It's a great final. Italian guys against the British guys.
This is America. We play football with our arms.
Well, you play.
I know. You can't play soccer. You only can play football.
You play football with
soccer.
And
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Tell us, Keith, how are you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah,
I'm doing all right. Yeah.
How's the house hunting going?
We're supposed to hear back about a place this weekend, so hopefully, we're crossing our fingers and hoping we get it. But
we'll be crossing our fingers with you. I really hope you guys can get that going. That would be awesome.
Yeah. So I figured we'd hear back either. He said they'd probably be making a decision by Friday, which was yesterday, and so we'll probably hear back today or tomorrow, depending.
Exciting.
Or maybe Monday. I don't know.
We're just gonna go for Sunday. That's the
hopefully we'll hear soon. Yeah.
Maybe you're gonna get a text or something, or Katie running into the room screaming like, "We got the house!" during the live stream.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for like a call.
I really hope so for you guys as well.
We do hope that she will come screaming through the live chat.
That would be great.
Which is funny because right when I said that, Katie texted me, but it had nothing to do with the house.
Okay.
So that basically that was your like, oh my god, am I gonna have to?
I was like, oh, this is it, and then I was like, oh, this is not.
It was basically your generic. I love you, honey, and you're like, I love you too, but motherfucker. No, this is great. The case is saying that he had to pay for his own beers today, which is ridiculous. Well, it's not like you were trying to pay for ours, so you know what? Go fuck yourself anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like you ever bought me beer. Oh, wait.
He did.
He bought me a lot of beer. Kerry's saying they couldn't really hear you, Thomas. Nobody can ever hear me. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was. And we got Rob over at Hopscene saying, I'm not that fussed about football, but for England, it's a significant moment in history because apparently it's coming home.
Yep.
I don't know what that means. What's your favorite? Jeez, dude, that is... I can't even answer that. What's your favorite beer from the European? That is like...
A lot of beers.
An open one?
From Europe? Isn't it just default... what are they like over here? Cantillon or whatever?
We're kind of okay, but it's like it's like a generic supermarket beer.
Yeah, I was mostly making a joke because like if you ask someone over here, most people would be like, "Oh, Cantillon, fucking 1983, whatever."
Yeah. It's like
I don't pay attention to that stuff anymore.
Do you ever pay attention?
Not these days. I don't have the energy to pay attention to those things now, especially now that I'm working. I don't. I work. I go to work. I eat at some point, and then I go to sleep, and then I do the same thing.
You forgot the shit.
Oh yeah, I do that occasionally as well.
but not while sleeping. No.
Am I the only real romantic?
Yeah.
Am I the only real romantic?
Not yet. Anyway.
Who's kind of worried about the fact that you just never mentioned spending time with the woman you love? Like, dude.
Oh yeah. Well,
pissed off when she watches this. You know that, right?
Well, that happens. now that I'm working, like, whatever. Like, we spend a few hours together every night and whatever. But yeah, it's exhausting. Because we used to have, because she had 2 days off, obviously, and now that I'm working, her 1 day off is a day that I'm working, so we only have 1 day off together. So it's
the only thing I heard was that he said we spent a few hours together. It's exhausting.
Oh yeah, like during the week. During the week, we only like at night because. Actually, it's more than a few hours because I don't go to sleep as early as I should. But yeah.
Which you will regret the next day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, every day. Every single day is me going to sleep not early enough, and then the next day being like, "Oh, I'll go to sleep earlier tonight," and then not doing it.
You know, this is so recognizable. I'm exactly the same fucking way. Like. Every fucking day, like I'm gonna eat healthy. I'm gonna go to bed in time. I'm not gonna drink that beer, and then I'm coming home from work, and I'm like,
it's like
fucking whatever.
And then it's like 20 years later, you're like, oh, I've been saying this for fucking half my life, and I haven't done it yet. not to get too existential or depressing or whatever.
Oh no, it's okay. I mean, you can be. I mean, we'll share depression together. It's gonna be fun. Like misery loves company, and you know, I do love your company. So there you go.
Also, hello, Douglas. I did not say hello. So,
hello.
He did.
It's good to have you.
Did he say hello to me specifically?
No, but why should he?
Well, fuck yourself.
You invited me. You invited me here. I don't have to say hi to you.
Oh, so you don't have to be like, wow.
He's taking it for granted.
There's going to come a point where I'm going to actually invite you into my house. And the moment I open the door, I'm just going to go like, go fuck yourself. There's the shitter. Have fun. Well, there's a bed. Go. Whatever.
And then I'll be like, can I at least go fuck myself inside? And then you'll be like, yes, and let me in.
Of course you can. Yeah. I'm still that hospitable. You know, I'm not.
Well, what are you drinking, Keith?
I'm drinking Yingling Black and Tan.
Is a porter, a stout, or what is it?
It is a mix of a porter and and they have a. It's called Yingling Premium.
It's beer.
Yeah.
Is it alcohol? Is it alcohol?
Yeah. It's actually I was surprised because I thought this was like higher ABV, but I looked it up yesterday and it's only like 4.7%. I thought it was like 6 or something. But
it's like semi-alcohol then.
It's good. It's actually good. I haven't had it before, but
okay.
And then I bought a 12-pack the other day because I was like, I have like $20, so I'll spend half of it. I bought this for like $14 or something.
Fuck! You just said I had $20. Now I'm hearing that Macklemore song.
I'm going.
All right, I have to go, guys.
Especially for you, Keith.
Yeah. So
isn't that like America's like theme song or whatever?
It is. It's because you're all thrifty as fuck and
it is. And, yeah, you're all broke. Exactly.
Except for that
we're all poor here. Yeah.
Yeah, except for those 3 guys that are so fucking wealthy to launch them place to get the fuck out of here.
Hey, they worked hard for their money or whatever.
No, that's true. Like, how about, there's redistributing to the poor? No such thing. But yeah, we got Davor chiming in saying hello. Hey, buddy, thank you for joining. Hope you're doing okay. Hope everything's fine in life. Kent saying cheers to Rob. I keep saying Kent. It's great, but because of Kent Bear Reviews, I keep saying Kent. Whatever. I should start calling him Clark instead of Craig. That could maybe
Clark Kent.
Clark Kent. There you go. Yeah,
he's kind of Superman.
We got Wilfred saying hello to Davo. Davo saying hello back to Wilfred and Grus Gott from Beer Mafklapper. Grus Gott.
Grus Gott.
Yeah. Can't say that. Can't fucking say that. So yeah, we're just waiting for some other people to join in. And what are you gonna do with the rest of your weekend, Keith?
I think when Katie gets home, we are going over to one of her friend's house to hang out. And then tomorrow we are going with her parents to a couple breweries. We're gonna show them a couple spots, and then we have to do grocery shopping at some point.
I'm a little bit still. Wait, so not only do you have an awesome girlfriend that likes to drink beer, your parents-in-law also like to drink beer and go to breweries.
Oh yeah. Her dad brews beer and stuff. So.
Oh wow!
You are never allowed to say that your life sucks because you know what? You fucking won the lottery. You jackass.
I think,
but I love you though.
Katie is the reason for him to exist.
I think I'm just waiting for Matt to add himself to the live stream because I'm afraid to touch that button because if I touch it, I'm just gonna probably disconnect him anyway at the same moment. He's now just waiting for me to do it because that's Jesus.
Hey, Matt.
What up, Matt? How you doing?
How you doing?
Having audio problems, I'm guessing.
Hi, Matt.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
He's ignoring us.
Yeah. There aren't any issues. He's just acting like there is.
Yeah.
Probably. That would probably be like
rehearsing for his new movie.
Yeah.
The Silent Guy.
No, he actually has issues. No, he has issues. This is so I know Matt. I know Matt well enough to know that this is the point where if he hasn't, see, he's actually muting himself, trying to see what happens. Yeah, he's got audio issues. That's gonna make this a very.
That's what happens when you have a fancy setup.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
The more you overdo the plumbing, the easier it is to drain the clog the drain. Drain the clog?
Drain the clog.
It's fine, Thomas. My brain has also not been working at all.
I've been drinking since noon.
Oh yeah, well, just generally my brain doesn't work.
Well, that's true.
That well anymore. Oh.
Because you're drinking nonstop.
No,
alcohol makes it better.
No, just generally.
Just in general, general fucked up.
Yeah.
But you're gonna get the house though. Is it an apartment, or are you gonna have like a garden?
It's a house. It's a small house. It's probably the same like square footage ish as this apartment, but it's a actual house. It has a front porch. It has a back patio. It has a yard. It's small, but it's plenty for us.
Yeah, you're actually gonna go get a tan?
No, I am tan. Look at this.
Yeah, that's because you know why you have a tan. It's because you and Matt go hang out at breweries now.
Oh no, it's because I work now.
That's you have like an active life now.
Yeah.
How's that working out for you?
Oh, it's garbage.
And the new house is a 2 stories house, or?
No, it's just 1 floor.
Okay, nice enough though.
Yeah, no, it's
2 stories. How many stories do you think he can tell us?
Enough.
It's 2 story.
He has a big imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps.
I mean, do you though? Do you have a good imagination?
I used to.
Yeah. And then what happened?
And then depression has ravaged my brain, so that I just.
I wanted to make a joke.
No. Oh, I thought you were asking me seriously.
I wanted to make like a little joke, and you're all like, "Ah, yeah, I know." No, I mean, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I don't. I did a Windows update, and it's like acting weird now. So if my computer, if I let my computer kind of don't use it for about like 20 minutes, and then for some reason the audio gets all wonky and shit, and I got to restart my computer. I'm not sure what's going on.
Computer says no.
No. Computer says no.
Computer says no.
Don't join, Thomas. Don't do it.
Don't. No. But anyway, you got it figured out now. So how you doing, dude?
Good. You know, I'm actually very, very tired. Very tired. He can attest. I yawned like 14 times when we were hanging out earlier.
He wouldn't stop.
So
I thought he was just saying it, and then after he said it, he yawned like nonstop the whole time.
because you were such an interesting companion today. I guess that's it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, as always, you know.
As always.
How's the little one doing, Matt? And I'm not talking about Keith.
My kid is my kid's a goddamn juggernaut, man. He is he's just amazing. Like he is like, you know, you don't know how things are gonna pan out in the long run, but he's so far ahead in his development. It's actually quite crazy. Like, you know, he's like, you know, like he'll be 4 months old in like a little less than 2 weeks, but he's already rolling back and forth, stomach to belly.
Nice.
He's doing very, very advanced tracking. Like the other day I was like doing like because he's always been very visual. Like if I look at him and he looks at me and I smile, he's just like beams. But like the other day I was doing my dishes, or my wife was doing the dishes, and he was on, like, we had him on like a bouncer seat on the floor, and there was a fly, and he was just like watching this fly fly around the room. Like he was totally like watching this little tiny fly completely around the room, and he was like totally like going like this the whole time. Like, holy shit, that's like crazy for like a 3-month-old kid. So yeah, he's awesome. He's big, he's fat, he farts a lot, he pees a lot, he doesn't poop a lot, he poops like he poops a ton every other day, which is pretty consistent, so we're not worried about that. But yeah, he's a good kid, man. He doesn't complain, doesn't bitch and moan. Let's put it this way, and I feel really bad about saying this with people who have kids. So we're almost at 4 months, and 2 times, he has cried more than like a minute. Like there's 2 times we couldn't console him and get him to stop crying. Only 2 times in 4 months, and both of those times took like 8 to 10 minutes. Which is like, if I say that to a parent, they want to punch me in the face. They're like, "Fuck you, we hate you."
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Embrace it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, up until the moment that Matt mentioned that he was talking about a nearly 4-month-old, I still was convinced he was talking about Keith, though.
Yeah, me too.
Well, it's applicable on both ends. So yeah.
I also poop a lot every other day.
But are you consistent though? If you need to share anything about your bowel movements, this is the right moment, you know, just so you know.
But you're saying he's such an advanced kid. Does he already has a beard?
He's got a milk beard. Like there's like milk like all over his beard. Yeah, he's got a milk beard.
I know exactly what you mean. Cool.
He's a lactose baby, you know. And he's like a lactose hazy baby.
Oh, dear, that is
lactose hazy. Oh my god,
beautiful.
Oh my god.
So Matt, it looks like you're getting another beer mail from the Netherlands, according to Thijs. It should be going out this month. There you go. That's awesome.
Yep.
Always fun. Got Beer Maniac saying, "¿Cómo está?" I think that's what he's saying.
Okay.
Hola, come que is blue.
¿Cómo está?
I think he wants to say "Cómo está?"
How are you doing? How are you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
Cool. And he's asking what kind of babies that I could have sent mine in for that kind of training in the States. Well, you know, we were all aware that, you know, the States is all about indoctrination and warping young, fragile minds. So, you know, go for it. Send them over.
But if you send them over, be sure to ship them some beers.
That's true. Might be cheaper that way.
Just don't mark the box live bacteria samples or something. Live use.
Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, that's gonna cost you. Thank you, Sean. Son of a bitch. That was
Sean just sent me beer and it broke.
Yeah, he's lucky like that. I read that. Did you ever figure out what happened?
I think they just recognize the name now.
No, that's not true, man. Because like straight up, like UPS is like I don't know about like the package level, like the loader level, but our UPS guy is awesome. Like he actually like asked me about beer and does all that kind of stuff. So I don't have any problems at UPS. Here's the funny part: is that whenever it's labeled as like I use a certain how do I put this? If somebody's sending me a beer from a brewery, I give them a different kind of name to send it to, so I know it's coming from a brewery. So, like if an individual human sends me beer, it's my name, Matthew Dapkins. But if it's from a brewery, I have them send it to MBR Productions, just so when it pops up on my incoming thing, I know, okay, this is coming from a brewery and this is coming from a human. The one where it's actually like MBR, like Massive Beer Productions or whatever, it's like that. Those always come fine. It's the one that's just like personal me. Those are the ones that get fucked up every now and then, but it's actually more Sean. I've had like 2 beer mills in history get broken, and or 3, sorry, and 2 of them were Sean in like 10 years. So
yeah, I still love the fact that during a pandemic, Sean thought it was a clever idea to send international beer mail labeled as live yeast samples. So basically, during a pandemic, he thought that labeling something as what you just mentioned, live bacteria, was a good idea.
Well, here's the other thing. And for those keeping score at home here in the United States, because there's so many of them, because Thomas. But if you're going to send beer mail, just put a fucking... in the box, before you put anything in the goddamn box, put in a garbage bag. That's it. Because if something breaks, if it doesn't leak, there's no damage. Like if the corner gets damaged, if you could literally rip the box in a third and it'll still deliver it, but if something fluid leaks out of it, then that's where damage comes from. So you just gotta wrap the goddamn thing in a garbage bag, put everything inside that sealed up, so if something does break, because I've had beers come from Florida where something is broken, but they were smart enough to do that. Hopefully Sean is watching, so he heard that. They were smart enough to put that garbage bag in there, and then, you know.
That's what happened with Kyle's package. The one bottle broke, but it was in a bag.
Yeah, so it's still got there.
Yeah.
Like
the little bag of...
What are you drinking, man?
Well, I'm drinking this beer that Keith might know. No, this is the brewery me and Keith were just at.
Yeah.
This is a very hoppy Helles lager.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Nice. There was it had a bit of a bitterness to it that was not
a little more aggressive than a Munich. Typical
looks like a 32 ounce.
Yeah, 32
ounce.
Yep.
Yeah, lovely.
Looks pretty clear, but with a little haze in it, or not?
Well, yeah, it's got the haze that you would find at a small brewery. Like, it's actually pretty clear. Most of the haze is from coldness, but it's got that I don't have a centrifuge or filter system kind of haze to it.
Looks good though.
Yeah, it was good.
It's really good. Yeah, really good.
I don't know if you saw, Matt. I am.
Oh, sweet. Black and tans. Save the world.
I am, doing the Lord's work over here.
I am going to have to get another beer soon.
Yeah.
Just saying. Grab one. Okay. Boink. Yeah, we were on the. Well, actually, I am on because I apparently am a better drinker than Douglas is. It was on the. This is the brewery we were at today, Buck's Beer, and it's a collaboration with Flume. It's like an Imperial Red IPA.
Oh yeah,
Really?
Good.
Yeah, well,
With here you go, Mosaic Incognito, Strata, and Barber Rouge, and HBC 630.
if only they had a smoked porter.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yourself. We didn't have a smoked porter this time actually because we all had it before and we just weren't in any kind of smoky mood. Which I'm getting the stink. There, I was about to
basically means you don't like beer is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like saying like, hey, all of us went to the restaurant we really love, and that one dish they made fantastically. We all decided, fuck that dish. We'll try something else that wasn't nearly as delicious.
We have beers we have not had before, and
that's how we roll.
Cold fire.
I know you millennials and your untapped ticks. You got to get those in.
Millennials? You're calling me a millennial, Matt?
Do you realize that Douglas is actually a year older?
Yeah, I'm a year older than you, Matt. I know
physically,
you
know.
There we go. It just got real. Shit just got real, people. Simon says you don't have to go. Wilford's saying, Simon, you don't have to go to the States. We also have one who's quiet during the night and almost most of the day. Simon's do we in the Netherlands have whales or breweries that are booming in the US? Or is Pajottenland still the only... Pajottenland is Belgium. Is that the only... It's a Belgian beer from the Belgian brewery.
Netherlands, there's no like super duper hype Belgians. Where's Bachrider? Is Bachrider in Netherlands?
Yeah.
So Bachrider is super hype.
Wait, now I'm confused.
He's probably from Belgium. Not Netherlands, but
it could be that he is Belgian because we got a few Belgian brewers, not breweries, but brewers coming over to the Netherlands these days and starting up shit here.
Let me look it up.
Don't look it up because I can guarantee you.
I'm gonna grab another beer.
I have somebody who's quite local, like 20, 25 miles from here. He can't call them lambics because of.
He's not in the Sun Valley.
Okay.
That's probably why. So he's Vlaanderen, Belgium is where he's from. But I mean, hyped. There's no like super hype stuff. Like Struce, like some of their stuff gets a little bit like the Robert de Bruce and like some of the barrel aged stuff and the distillate, and that gets hyped, but only like super nerds. You know what I mean? Not like general like whale hype stuff. I'm trying to think of anything. Nah, man. Like most of it doesn't really. Let's put it this way: the average like white collar like haze bro in the United States is probably never gonna sweat something from the Netherlands, but the guy who actually really enjoys beer and knows good beer will sweat shit from the Netherlands. Like it's like the general beer public won't sweat the Netherlands, but a genuine good beer drinker will.
I get what you.
Conclave Brewing.
Wait, ladies and gentlemen, you're seeing it here live. Keith is actually drinking a double IPA.
Double IPA.
Yeah, but it's from Conclave, so
yeah. Lilu Dallas Multipass.
Yeah, it's basically like it's. I'm guessing this means it's a smoked IPA.
Yeah, it's no. I anytime I drink an IPA, I smoke it myself. I condition it on some charcoals for a little bit, and then I drink it.
Keith is smoking everything. Yeah.
Keith will smoke everything, by the way.
Conclave has this like softness, like even like this is 8.5%, but it's like super soft. It's there is a bitterness, but it's not overly bitter. But it's not like it doesn't taste like juice. Like it's just like this, like whatever. Like I can't drink. Like I don't want to drink a ton of these, but like I enjoy them more than like the typical the IPA and whatnot.
Well, you know, I kind of feel that. I mean, I don't mind a juice bomb every now and then, but it looks pretty damn hazy though.
Actually, I wasn't like.
It's
that beer
fine.
was okay.
It's not the best beer that they've made, but I was just speaking generally to their beers as in their IPAs. There's like general softness.
General softness.
General, yeah. You get,
That would be
that's my
Keith's
name.
nickname if he was a wrestler.
That's my name from now on. That's how
General,
you address me.
General softness.
It's wrestling name. Oh my god.
I'm changing the 93 Lumber name to General Softness. Beer
Yeah,
review.
you should.
It would make more fucking sense.
There we go. I actually have name display off, but I just changed Keith's name to General Softness, but I just realized we have names off.
Yeah.
But yeah, to quickly point this out, yeah, like what you just said, Matt, I think that except for maybe a few breweries that people are really, going nuts about, there's a few, like Tommy Chef. I believe Tommy Chef is one of those wild ale breweries that's actually got international fame. Like I said, there's this local brewery for me. He's originally from Belgium, and his sours are basically lambics. They're basically gueuses. But you can't call them that because of the regional, it's not from that one region, so you can't use that name. They are exquisite. They are fantastic. From the brew, I'll make sure, like with the smoke porter, I'll send you guys some stuff. I'll make it happen. If those kind of people would get some international recognition, I wouldn't be surprised if they would ultimately end up at the level of like Cantillon, Driefontein.
No. And here's the thing, and this is the point I kind of was trying to make.
Yeah, I know.
So there's a bunch of breweries that are just as good as Bachrider or what I mean, like Cantillon or like you said, Driefontein or fucking Fantôme, like all the breweries that people geek out over here. Yeah. But it's just like it's just not. Like the market is so flooded over here with breweries that do so many different beers to make a name for yourself over here with that kind of beer, unless it's hyper exclusivity, which is what Bachrider did. Like Bachrider over here to get in the United States is like you literally have to kind of get on the mailing list from the owner, and then he mails a list to you, and it says, okay, this box is $400. You get these amount of beer, and it's actually not that bad. It ends up being like $34 a bottle for $7.50, which isn't hyper expensive, but it's like, do you want it or no? Yes. But then if you like buy that box and then like he finds out you sell any of his beer to anybody else, then you never get the opportunity to buy again. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like the manufactured exclusivity of it very much.
I forgot to buy one today.
Yeah.
Because we completely forgot that the brewery we were at today had a release for several sour or wild ale breweries. Like there was Cantillon, there was Driefontein, there was Bachrider as well.
Antidote.
There was Symbiosis.
Yeah.
There was so much stuff there. And I forgot that it was happening. There was just total happenstance that it was happening. And by the time we got there, which was late afternoon, they said, there's still some bottles. And we just sat down, we started drinking. And there's still some bottles if you want to buy some later on. We just completely forgot.
But that's the thing. Like you tell me I can't get that level of stuff from somebody else in the United States or somebody else outside the United States that doesn't have that level of hype. I'm not saying I can all the time, but I could find something from Jester King that would probably be just as tasty, and it would be less hoops for me to jump through to find it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but exactly. So, the other way around as well. If you're talking about, let's talk about like your hazy IPAs. There's tons of breweries here in the Netherlands. Well, tons. We got like 700 or 800 or something these days for a small country. There's several breweries here in the Netherlands that brew some amazing, hazy juice bombs that fit the bill for like, what people want from things like Treehouse and Trillium and stuff like that. they really are that good. I swear to God. The thing is, though, the other way around, the way that we can get things like Trillium and Treehouse, by the time they get here, they're not super fresh anymore. They probably went through some like environmental conditions, temperatures up and down and shit like that. You got to pay like 20 to 25 euros for a can. And I've seen them for a lot more than that. And you kind of start wondering, okay, so do I want to pay 25 euros for something that's 2 months old, where I can get like a 2-week-old hazy that's kind of the same level for 6 euros? And that will be the same thing for the other way around. If we get some of those, over-the-top pastry stouts or barrel-aged stouts or those haze bombs, if we can get them over to the U.S., by the time they get there, you guys would say, yeah, but I can get similar stuff from local breweries at
well, it's also a mentality though. Like, if I walked into a local like beer shop over here and they had a Verdant can for $25 American, I might burn the place down. Like, I might literally arsonize the place and just burn it to the fucking ground, because I won't pay $25 for a 4-pack. I'm not paying $25 for a fucking can. Like, that's crazy pants. I mean, if you're a part of the ticker culture and that's what you're all about, fine, whatever. You could do you. You want to pay $9 million for a can, have at it. I mean, that's kind of, but that's also the problem with beer. It's that people pay too much. Like, if everybody had a poker face and didn't play the poker face, and beer would be cheaper. But you know what I mean?
There have been so many beers that have been hyped that I got to try, that people pay like hundreds of dollars
but it's
for,
not, but
and like, it's not that good. Like, basically rarity does not equal
good.
Yeah.
But the problem here in the United States though is there's so many like dude bro white collar guys that are like, my time's super important and I don't want to waste my time, that they'll pay $100 for a 4-pack because they're like, I fucking got $1 million dollars. What does it bother me? So then they sent the market value on the beer. It's not like the beers. So it's weird, because it's weird to say anything is worth what it's worth if people pay that price.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if someone, you'd be like, hey, I have this baseball card that's worth $1 million, be like, well, no one's going to buy it, so it's not worth $1 million. But conversely, you have somebody who's like, I have a $25 4-pack, and someone is like, I'll buy that for $100 because I'm a lazy fucking white collar douchebag with a silver spoon in my mouth. Then he sets the market value at that, and that's what ruins beer. Is that white collar dudes who don't have any fucking? They're like Rain Man. They're like, how much is a hazy IPA? $9,000. How much is Lambic? $9,000. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. They ruin the price point for people in general. And if they just fucking slowed their roll and waited and be like, yeah, we'll pay this, then everything would be fine. I just want to kill everybody. I wish I was Judge Dredd to where I could just shoot and kill whoever I wanted. Like that.
I feel like this is extremist content, and I need to report it.
Oh, go ahead. It's not my channel.
You fucking dude. No, but you kind of really should, though. But I'm just going to quickly pop through some comments, by the way, because according to Simon, he has to feed winter beer to the young one to make sure that stays asleep. The Zealand brothers are all talking about their dad has his birthday, so they're not on the live stream. If you still see this, happy birthday for your dad.
Cheers,
awesome.
Cole.
Cheers to Papa Co. To talk about when his birthday was, but blah, 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 blah. They're talking amongst themselves about who has birthday what. Very subtle. Thijs is asking to Matt if do you like European beer? I think that's sort of like a given.
Yes. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Friends.
Can you tell Thijs, because he's going to freak out, what one of your favorite Dutch breweries is, or at least used to be?
Brewer to IJ.
Yeah, which, by the way, IJ, if you didn't get that, Thijs, Brouwerij het Ei.
Brouwerij het Ei.
Yeah.
Which beer of Brouwerij Ei do you like the most?
Wait, give me a moment. I'm gonna do you solo. Oh, that came out wrong.
Oh, the Columbus.
What year is this? Let's find a year in this sucker.
Wait, is this OnlyFans? Are we?
It's a 2004 bottle.
There you go.
2004.
When did you drink it?
Probably
2 days ago.
like yeah, exactly. Probably the late, probably like 2005 to 10, somewhere in that range, somewhere around there. So it was old.
Well, when was the last time when you drank a beer from the Ei, from Het Ei?
It has to be like 2000, like probably closer to like 2011, 2010, 11.
No.
Because what happened was they used to have a distribution agreement with a distribution company over here called Shelton Brothers, and they used to get a bunch of their beers over here, but then they stopped exporting for some reason. So we would get random stuff every now and then. Like that was 2003 or 4. Like we found that probably in like 2008 or 9.
Yeah, you kind of had it just over a year ago.
Yeah, so they haven't had distribution in the United States in over 10 years.
But you had the one that Remy sent you, remember?
Yeah, well, that was a collab.
That's true, but the question is still, where did they brew it?
No. It's got to be a straight up non-collab, man. What's up, Craig?
It's a collab, non-collab. That's true, but you're not sure where they brew it. What do you do?
Oh,
Craig.
God.
Craig
hasn't even said anything yet, and Thomas already has the British accent.
No, I didn't.
I'm talking.
I did
I'm
not.
talking. I'm just...
No, I didn't.
What?
Yeah, you did. You really did.
Yeah. Douglas knows what I'm talking about.
Fucking did. I did not.
Yeah, you did.
Greg, tell him. Tell him he did.
You did.
Craig, I want to see what your hair's like. I want to see what your hair's like.
Take the hat off.
Please
Well, what?
show me what your
Let's get in there.
Oh yeah, we're getting back to the
Damn it, he still has more hair than me. Who hasn't?
It's so weird because I automatically assume anyone who wears a hat has no hair. Like it's just like a mental thing.
It's Sean's fault. It's Sean's fault.
Yeah.
It's just a mess.
It's basically everyone in the beer tube universe that wears a hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how's life, Craig?
And it just looks a mess when it gets long.
Looks good. Do you have curly? Do you have curly hair? Does it get curly?
When it gets longer, yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, life's life. So, how's everyone? All right?
Good. All right. Doing good. Fine.
I actually had a
How are you
weird
doing
moment today when I got to the brewery we went to. Even before I ever stepped in, somebody walked out. Looked at me, and he was like, "Dude, you're from YouTube."
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Matt, is that like the first bottle that Weyerbacher ever released or something?
No, it's from 2017.
Oh,
It
looks like from fucking 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, it is W.E. Yerbacher, so you have to make sure, you know.
Oh, great.
So it's a 2017 bottle. It's actually a mystery beer I just did.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. So there you go.
Looks nice.
Is it good? Is it good? Good. Looks good.
It's aight.
Here. And Craig, what do you have in your glass?
Got an Imperial Stout.
Yeah.
From the Low Key Barrel Project. It's called Disco Demolition Derby. It's an Imperial Stout with coffee, cherry, chocolate, and tonka beans. It's 10% ABV.
Sounds good.
Wait, let me quickly do you solo. There we go.
What kind of beans?
Tonka.
Yeah.
The ones that they're banned in America. They're banned in America.
Yeah, the safety hazard for America.
Tonka beans. That sounds like I don't know. That sounds like a
It's
testicle
like
issue.
Tonka trucks. Is this the
Tonka trucks.
I don't know if Matt might know
There
what
you
I'm
go.
talking about. I don't know if anybody else will.
It looks
There
good
you go.
though.
It's cool. It's got that
I know.
on the.
I know my Tonka trucks.
It's got that on the label.
I don't know if were they an international thing or just a U.S. thing? I don't know.
There.
I don't know.
We get Tonka. We get Tonka over here. Craig, do you get Tonka trucks?
Trucks.
Yeah, the Tonka, the brand, the car.
The kid toys.
The toys.
Fuck did I just do?
Yeah. I don't know. You took me off screen, which is good.
Yeah. No, I just. Oh, my fucking mouse is fucking weird.
Thomas,
yeah,
what?
so-
They're
yeah.
toys?
Yeah.
What? I
Yeah.
drive those around.
Yeah, the mouse is
I'm
weird.
fucking
The
6
mouse is
inches
the
tall.
weird thing.
No, I'm not even gonna. You know what? I'm not even gonna fucking. I'm not even gonna fucking bother. Anyway, and this actually. So this is a question from Simon before Craig jumped on, but so I'm just gonna make it for both our U.S. guys, but also for Craig. The best European beer countries outside of, because technically, you know, Craig isn't European anymore. Yeah, you know. What are the best European beer countries according to you guys?
I mean, it's Belgium. You know, Belgium.
Belgium.
Belgium. No, it is because I mean, most of the breweries that people like covet over here are from there. There's places
But
in and around.
what's yours?
No,
Your
it would
personal?
probably be. It'd probably be the same. You know what I mean? Like, let's put it this way: if you gave me an area to go to, it would be that area. But if you said you had one place to choose, it would be Belgium.
Yeah.
If you had two places to choose, it'd probably be Netherlands and Belgium because I could do that loop. You can just do a loop. You know what I mean? I would love to go drink beer in England. You know what I mean? Like, and just toil around. But it's two different things I'd want to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, do I want to go to all these kind of crazy, like, try all these different kinds of beer and stuff like that and go to breweries and do all that stuff? Sure, it's Netherlands and Belgium. Do I just want to fucking ride around and just chug beer and not, I don't mean this offensively, but like not think about the beer, but just go to pub to pub and drink beer and have a good time? That's going to be England. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I would view it.
I'm
like,
offended.
I don't want to influence you, Matt, but we have some great breweries like this one.
Oh, really?
I know it's one of your
No,
favorites.
because I knew he was going to do this.
If only I had a beer from the year 2000 when they were called Koningshoven. From like actually it's La Trappe when they were in the United States and they weren't allowed to use the word La Trappe, so they used Koningshoven. It's beers from like 2001. By the way, I can go get
I saw your Facebook post and I wanted to warn Douglas what was going to happen, but he was like,
No,
wait.
But it's about the brewery, not about the beer.
Dude, no, you just really dug your own grave there, Doug.
No problem.
Like, oh, that wasn't nice.
So how far back is Doug sitting from the camera to make it look like you guys are the same size?
Look, you want to talk about size?
or I could open this, which is batch 10, which is from 2003.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, where'd you get those?
Shanks.
37 over here, Matt.
What's up?
It's funny because Shangy's has probably had those since they were released. Like they've just had them.
Yeah. What were you asking, Douglas?
No, I was saying this is the 37th edition. But you have the 10th at your home?
I bought so last weekend I went to this place. I had a bunch of these, so I bought the 8th, the 10th, and the 13th edition.
Nice.
They didn't age well. And I have a theory about that, and I'm not sure if it's right, but I will see what's what. So right around 2000 and so in the early aughts, like 2005 to 2010, there was actually a cork shortage for wine and beer. So when there was a cork shortage, let's see if I have one of the corks laying around. It's one you probably can't see it on this beer, but what they started to do, they started to use synthetic corks. Like this cork is actually made of latex. It's not actually cork.
I know.
I don't think those age well. I think they're permeable. I think that gas can escape from them. So every one of these that I open and it's very old tend to be flat. And that's the problem. So
that's a sexy cork.
Yeah.
That latex sexy cork, yeah.
Basically, it's the kind of cork that makes you want to go.
A kinky cork.
Ooh, smack.
Yeah.
A kinky cork.
My fetish is latex corks.
It's a kinky cork. This is funny. The moment I put up this comment, Keith actually fucks off. Brouwerij is Heineken. Actually, no. Brouwerij is Moordgat. Duvel.
Yeah.
Duvel. It's Duvel.
Well, that's what I was saying about the collab, Thomas. Yeah. Is that it doesn't even matter where it was brewed because it was Duvel and IJ. So
it's basically but Thijs was commenting that Brouwerij is Heineken, but it's not Heineken. It's Moordgat.
Yeah, Duvel.
Yeah, Duvel. Hey, gasten, hello dudes. Birthday's over. There's some Dutch stuff going on. Yada yada yada. Nobody's partying. Fake news. Keith asked Thomas. I don't know what the fake. What?
Was that referring to
fake news? Keith asked Thomas. Don't know
fake news about this was posted.
Yeah, it was probably talking about something. I don't know.
I do have my. What?
He's talking about his pubes?
Were we talking about Craig's hair?
Probably.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Does Simon not speak English?
I think I don't know.
It's a bit wiry. It's a bit wiry.
What I'm saying is if he does, why is he not on here?
Google.
Yeah, I can see the link.
Google Translate, maybe. I don't know.
I'll
get over here, Simon.
Working on it, mate. Give me a fucking bloody. Yeah, I just realised you can see all my Pornhub tabs open.
Yeah, no problem.
Granny Kruidvat sells them. Granny keeps buying them. Tonka trucks.
Tonka trucks.
Yeah.
Nice cars.
Belgium, that really surprises me apart from their soury range. So many peeps around me are done with the classic Belgian beer style. I guess that's because so many of the classic Belgian beers.
Well, it's Lambic is the big thing.
Yeah, it's the Lambic thing. Oh, God.
Yes, Gers. Yeah.
No, Guise. It was Guise, right?
I don't know.
No, sorry. I'm just messing around.
I thought it was pronounced Guzezi. Guezi. Yeah, Guezi.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of Cotillion. They're one of my favorite breweries.
Cotillion.
Oh my God.
I'm jealous about your king beers, Matt.
Wait, how do you guys say Fontaine again?
Same person.
Yes. Trefontaine. What do you guys say?
Yeah.
Three Frankfurters. That's how I
know. Yeah, they
three Frankfurters.
But the point being is that I think the classic Belgian beer styles. I mean, okay, after a while, you get a little bit fed up with things like your triples and your doubles, but that's because you keep drinking the same ones. And Belgium just has such a wide range of them that you can just keep discovering many different breweries, many different triples, many different doubles, many different whatever kinds you want in over a year and still not.
Yeah.
No, pro tip.
Along with all these. Sorry.
No, you go ahead, Craig. You go ahead.
No, another style is Belgian blonde ales. I think that's they're pretty unique as like the darker beers are. Anyway, that was it. Nothing. I'm done.
Okay. The classic Bladeless this Mac guy has, darn it. Yeah? Wait, did Craig just drop off? What happened?
No, Craig's here.
Craig's here. He's on Craig Internet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Maybe.
Simon's getting a laptop, and Matt, I see always that you drink. What?
YPO.
YPU? Yippee IPA? I'm not sure what he means.
Yippee-IA.
Yippee.
I don't know what to do with my hands right now. No, and back to Thomas or Douglas. Sorry.
Yeah.
Both of you guys actually. So you're talking about Dre Fontana and then Three Fontaine. I don't think you guys noticed. In the United States, you have to say three as tree, like a tree. That's how United States we pronounce tree. Okay.
We just
right, Keith?
What?
Right, Keith? In the United States, we don't say three, we say tree. Like tree. Let me get Tritos.
Like a tree.
Sometimes. Some people,
Okay.
yes.
Three of those, yeah.
Yeah.
I see always in your review that
But there's a big difference with or without the H.
I'm still confused. I'm not quite sure what you're asking me.
No, I'm not. I think that you drink beers quickly.
Oh, okay, yes. So, like, this is the first beer I actually opened. That wasn't a review beer. So, like, before I came on here, like the two beers that I drank previously, like they had like half gone already.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you now. I want to crack open a beer.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I used to do that. I used to do like 4 or 5 reviews sometimes if I feel like it. Drink a bit.
You guys,
then come on live and do that stuff.
That's what I do. Like if I'm gonna do any of this, I'll do like two or three reviews and then pop on and drink those beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm usually hammered by the time I do live streams because I drank 4 beers during the day as a review, and then I'm gonna go.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'll probably drink this
that.
way too fast, but those other beers were half gone already. So
yeah. So
you guys get to choose. You guys get to choose which beer we're gonna drink now. Is it this one, the La Trappe, or the Firestone Parabola?
If you open the La Trappe, I will open my old La Trappe on live and drink it with you.
Should we do that? Okay, we're going to do that.
Gonna get some glasses.
Definitely Parabola then.
I was gonna say the Firestone, but then there was a clause, and I was like,
general.
No say
Everybody stop! Everybody stop! General softness. You're in control of the stream. Should we or should we not do what we're about to do right now?
Oh well, you're already doing it, so
I'm gonna go get some glasses. But at the end of the day, you know what the answer is? Both.
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Both is good.
Both is good.
Both is good.
Yeah.
We're going to drink this one.
Good.
Did you get?
I'm gonna start opening mine now because it takes 19 hours to open this fucking beer.
Yes, I still need to rinse some goddamn glasses.
Did you?
I tried.
Did you get that at Changi's too?
Yeah, I bought all 3 of them at Changi's.
What's the 3 of them? What's the third?
They had. I already reviewed them.
Oh.
I reviewed 2. This is the last one I have left.
Douglas, is that the oak barrel aged version?
Yeah, there's an oak aged version. Batch number.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not worried about the batch.
37.
Yeah,
it's
I had
100% wood.
Yeah, I had it in.
89% oak, 10% acacia, and 1% cherry.
Let's see what mine is. So we're talking about.
It's wood.
I had that one at a bottle share in April. That one, Thomas.
Was a great one.
What?
That one you're opening. I had it at a bottle share in April.
That exact batch?
Not that beer. Not that batch.
Oh, well, that's what I'm drinking too. There's several batches. Like I'm drinking a one from 2010.
Yeah.
No. Right.
He's talking about the 37 specifically.
Every 2 or 3 months there's a new batch or something?
Right. No, I had a version of it.
Wow. That is fucking weird.
So mine
you meant wait, do you mean the batch 37 specifically? That's the one you had.
Not the batch. One of them beers.
Yeah.
Okay,
So mine is 75% Malbec barrels, and mine is 25% New Wood medium toast, and it was brewed in March of 2012.
Okay, nice. That's a really old one. I'm curious about the quality of the beer, Matt.
Probably hot garbage.
So this is really
Sounds
weird.
like hot garbage.
Oh, you really smell the new wood.
This is very weird. Yeah, exactly. It's the new wood thing. Any of you guys, have you ever had the opportunity to smell whatever kind of, be it like a bourbon or like a Scotch whiskey or whatever, when it was about 6 to 12 months in the barrel?
No.
So this has that very fresh.
Let me see your cork is a proper cork, right? Not the synthetic.
Yeah.
This is like corky.
This is a cork, not a regular cork, good one.
Yeah, but the thing is though, when it comes to the nose though, this has that very young spirit, like fresh, sort of like freshly distilled. Freshly distilled spirit that's been like in a barrel for like 6 months. So you get the oaky parts of it, but you still get that sort of like freshly distilled spirit thing going on, which is.
And I do smell the cherries also.
I'm not really getting a lot of cherry on this.
No, not
How you doing, Simon?
What up?
Hey, Simon. Good evening.
Good evening, sirs.
Good evening. What are you drinking?
What are you drinking?
Loaded.
Schultenbrouw?
Moussetel.
Wait, give me a moment. Let me put you on solo, dude. Is that the loaded?
Loaded.
Oh, you're in for a weird ride there, man. Trust me.
Weird?
Yeah, you trust me.
I came from the Curiosity and Helping Hand of Jopen. Those both were weird.
Yeah, this one's not bad, but this one's gonna make you go like, what? Go wear some pants though.
I have pants. Come up.
Oh, shorties.
Living in the south of the Netherlands, it's warm in here.
Yes, it is.
Thomas and I aren't wearing any pants, so.
I totally agree.
No, but this has a really weird, like, freshly distilled spirit thing going on. That's all I'm getting right now. Like, and some oak.
Nice. Almost.
How's yours, Matt?
Flat. Like zero carbonation. But like, and here's the thing, this is like a Ethereum, like building on these synthetic corks. Almost every synthetic cork aged beer I've ever had was flat, but not oxidized, just flat. So I'm thinking that synthetic corks were actually made for wine. And I don't think I ever tested the permeability of gas through a synthetic cork. So I'm thinking in beer that gas can escape but not enter, because that doesn't matter in wine. You know what I mean? Like, because gas, you know what I mean? You're trying to seal the container, but it's not under pressure. It's not carbonated. So I'm thinking like all these beers just are going to be flat. They're not oxidized. They're fine. If this had oxidation, it would be fantastic. It's delicious. It's tasty, but it's flat as could be. And I think it has to do with the cork.
It could be, because if I remember correctly from the time period, like the early 2000s that you're talking about, you were talking about, what was it, 2004?
Yeah, like the early 2000s, there was a cork shortage.
Yeah, what I remember is that a lot of, in the wine industry, because you were talking about a wine industry, this is something I recall from back then, because I was in the single malt and there was the same issue with the cork and everything for single malts and whiskey. There was a lot of talk about the reason that they sort of developed the synthetic cork thing is a lot of wine snobs didn't like the idea of a screw cap on wine because they felt it was beneath them. That was for like cheap supermarket wines. So they kind of developed sort of this like synthetic cork, And the funny thing is, a lot of the not bodegas, what do you call them? The
Vineyards.
Vineyards, thank you. A lot of the vineyards, a lot of these people running vineyards were like, yeah, but we actually kind of really like screw tops because they were a lot better for, sealing the bottle and keeping the wine fresh than cork actually really is. So we kind of the screw, but wine snobs were all like, no, proper wine has a cork, so that's why those were developed. If I remember correctly, from like almost 2 decades ago.
The other thing is there was a big outbreak of TCA, which is what's called cork taint, which is trinosylatase. It's like some weird number, trinosylatase. So basically, if you have cork taint or TCA, it's like whatever fluid you have, if it never touches the cork, it's fine. But when it touches the cork, it inhibits a negative effect, which is kind of like a weird oxidation thing. It's not like overtly negative, but it could take like beer or wine and kind of make it a little bit funky. And they had a big breakout of TCA and a bunch of cork and stuff like that around then. So that was kind of part and parcel of what they're doing too with some better cork. Can we find a better vessel for that? And apparently it didn't work. I'm sure was fine with wine because it really everything about this beer is great except it lacks carbonation. That's it. It's delicious. It has like, port sherry raisinette vibes, like really delicious. Just zero carbonation. So
the funny thing is, this fresh batch here, which has different barrels, it kind of goes to where you're talking about. It has that sort of almost like a high quality vinegar thing going on, not like sour, but like sort of a soft, Venice like acidity. Like astringency more. It's quite forward in vanilla.
Yeah.
It's quite forward in vanilla, caramel, but the caramel, maybe not caramel, but like that sweetness that sort of reminds you of caramel from dried fruits. And just that sort of oaky astringency thing and the soft. I would probably go towards like almost like a red wine vinegar thing going on in a very pleasant way, in a very soft way. Which kind of shows again that what you just said about the cork doing its business for not oxidizing the beer, because yours basically sounds like what we're drinking.
But I don't get any kind of like sour or vinegar notes off mine in any form or fashion. I get like sweet caramels and like all kinds of like what you'd expect. I would have like if I drank this beer blind, I would think it was more a old like Thomas Hardy barley wine than it was a quad, more than anything else. It's not oxidized, it's not sour, it's not sideways. It just lacks carbonation. Like it's almost like still beer. It's still beer. If you ever drank still beer, Keith, it was like that thing that Ragnarok. It's almost kind of sort of like that, but without that tart portion of the show.
Yeah. How old is yours, Thomas Douglas?
This one was batch 37. We've already had a batch 38.
Perhaps about a year old or something.
So the code is L23J19.
Batch 37 is October 2019.
Oh,
2019. So it's almost 2 years.
2 years.
This one has a lot of has enough carbonation.
If you go on La Trapp's site, they'll tell you the date it was bottled and all the barrels and everything involved. So it was oak, 89% oak barrel, 10% Akai, and 1% cherry.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Katie.
Hey, Katie, how you doing?
I'm doing.
That's been a while since we talked.
At home.
How's
Hi.
life?
I had a goose.
Hi.
Still nothing about the house?
No, darling.
Nothing about the house.
Katie.
Nothing yet. I mean, it's not the end of the week yet. So.
Katie.
She can't hear you.
Sorry.
Like you're talking to a cat. She's a cat. It's like you're trying to call him.
Basically.
So there was a fun question here from Schuartz.
What?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But Simon muted himself, but I wanted to know something from Simon. But he
Okay.
Can you unmute yourself, please?
Who?
Oh wow.
I kind of wanted to know what your opinions on loaded are.
It's funny. Sure is. First of all, I thought it was something like umami. I don't know if that's an English word, but
it is.
And it had a slight coffee bitter, but not an in-your-face coffee bitter. And it's utterly sweet, but not sweet. It's like,
no,
I can't put my finger on it.
I know what you mean. You're saying exactly what I was saying. Like you're getting all the stuff that you like, but it's completely out of whack and it's unbalanced.
Yeah, it's thin. All the flavors I get are thin, and that's weird. It's not unlikable. I think overall it's a fine beer, but what I've said before in all my reviews and such, when two of those kind of breweries collab, you expect fireworks.
Yeah.
And of course, Falcon Brew is focused on IPAs, so best you can get is a black IPA or a hopped up stout. But they are all, to my knowledge, they are always trying to experiment when those kind of breweries work together, like Fontaal and Moersleutel, or Falcon Brew and Moersleutel and dat soort dingen. And that's, I don't know. Weet je wel, schoenmaker blijft bij je leest. Ik kan het even niet naar het Engels vertalen. Ik denk... Ja, help me even.
Stick to your craft. Stick to your craft. It's like... Yeah. If you look at the amount of adjuncts in this beer, it's kind of... It's not surprising that it's completely out of whack and unbalanced. Thanks, dude. But it's like you said, it's very drinkable. I had no problem finishing the can, and it's definitely tasty. But it was just unbalanced and out of whack.
You're drinking
artificial
or not really? Not what I can remember.
Okay,
Thomas, you're drinking Oak Age 37 or what?
Yeah, Beck's 37. Yeah. It's a nice one.
It's good. Sjoerd has a question for Matt. I would like to point out, though, not in the near future. We still need to plan a date. Me and the Nerd Sense guys are going to review this bottle, so at least you can get an opinion on a relatively fresh version. But he bought a Bigfoot 2021, and he's kind of wondering how long do you think he should... Sorry, Jesus. How long do you kind of think that he should age it?
If you have one bottle, one singular bottle, you should drink it immediately. Because you need to know what beer tastes like when it's fresh. That's facts. If you had two bottles, and this is not a joke, you should drink the first one immediately. And Bigfoot, I think, gets good right around 15 to 20 years. And that's not a joke. What? Like that's I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
Wow. No, I get it.
I think it gets good. It starts to come in its own around 15 years and really kind of gets in it. Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of curious because I only got the one bottle. So, but by the time that I'm going to film it, because we've been talking about this for fucking I don't know how long. I'm hoping we can do it tomorrow.
Look at that.
It is actually one of the best beers you can get. Like over here, it's mad cheap. Like I can get a 4-pack of Bigfoot for what, $12, $13.
That's actually surprising because I think I paid like €4.
Christ. Bloody
no,
hell.
for a 4-pack.
Yeah.
No, but I think I paid like €4 for it. So that would be like €16 for a 4-pack.
Yeah. So it's not cheap. So it's a beer. Honestly, it's a beer you want to buy cases of. It's a beer you want to buy 2 cases of.
Oh.
Drink 1 or 2 throughout the year. 1 or 2 throughout the year. And then next year you buy 2 cases. Next year you buy 2 cases. Next year, you know what I mean? And every year you drink 1 or 2 next to each other. Once you get like 20 years down, you're like, I have this crazy vertical. Let's get shitty.
Can I just at least try to make it to 60 before I even start contemplating shit like that? But I'm kind of curious about what the fresh one. But fresh. It's I think 2021 was bottled late November, early December 2020, I think.
Bigfoot is not a barley wine. It's not even American barley wine. It's an American plus 19 times American barley wine. Like it's like, think about like if somebody made like the biggest American triple IPA, but tried to make it the most West Coast triple IPA in the history of mankind, but also tried to like make people think it's a barley wine. So it needs a cool, 5 to 20 years,
decades
to like to just be
good. You're calling this beer Merca.
It's like one of those things. It's like one of those like time capsule things. Like you open it in 100 years and it's good.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna find myself a time machine. I got James. James, if you feel like jumping on for a little bit, go for it, man.
I have to leave in like 7 minutes. So
that's
7.
That's very oddly specific. 7 minutes is very specific.
Maybe a little sooner. Just to,
okay.
Well,
6 minutes.
Thomas, when you're saying like I'm going to do a stream between 75 to 90 minutes, you can't call out Keith for saying I got to leave in so many minutes.
I am. I know I'm oddly specific. I know I'm odd. So I mean,
90 is cool, but 75.
We were waiting for food. Well, we were waiting for food, and we were basically calculating. I was calculating. You weren't calculating.
You weren't calculating shit. You were just like 75 to 90. That sounds.
No, that's actually me calculating. That's the fucking OCD thing kicking in. That's me being very oddly specific because I.
If you were genuinely OCD, 75 and 90 do not match.
I know that's I am. I will say, by the way, though, not joking. I am actually literally diagnosed.
Wasn't 6 minutes a line of Dougie Fresh? 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minute Dougie Fresh. You're wrong.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Matt does know what I mean.
I don't, Douglas.
I'm sorry. I
think I know. And here's the thing. I actually think I know what he means, but
he doesn't know.
No. I do, but when when Douglas does Dougie Fresh in Dutch, it doesn't like resonate in my brain. No, I'm dead serious. Like it's like if someone tried to sing me a tune, but sung it in like a weird tone or tenor, I'd be like, what are you talking about? Like he's doing Dougie Fresh or he's doing Dougie Fresh, and I'm like,
the goddamn fuck is Dougie Fresh?
It's a Dutch guy trying to rap.
A very bad interpretation of Dougie Fresh. Sorry.
In the meantime, James is saying nice puppy. I think that was a cat. I mean, Keith, that was a cat, right?
Nice pussy.
I only saw cats on this street.
Was a cat?
Oh, dear God.
Nice pussy.
Per se. She was like, eating fancy a lot of the bum. Anyway, James used from the favourite.
Oh, James saying it was a puppy. Yeah, it was definitely a cat. It's a hybrid. I'm sure the government created. It seems.
What kind of prizes? What kind of prizes are that?
Oh yeah. Why were they asking what he is?
Oh, nice.
Katie's hovering because Katie can't hear us, but when Keith talks, she hears what Keith's saying. Says now she's responding to what Keith's talking about. I love this.
I'm really wondering what's happening in 5 minutes at Keith's place. 4 minutes.
They can hear you and stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Thijs, you should just Thijs' question.
Keith, you got 4 minutes. 4 minutes, Keith. 4 minutes.
4 minutes and counting.
Thanks, Craig.
Yeah, fuck out.
Don't want to lose track of my precise exit.
We're not losing track right now. I have it going right now.
Please make it.
As soon as Matt says I'm done, I'm leaving.
Actually, I can actually kick him out of the stream. Matt, as soon as it just tell me I can remove him.
Yeah, there you go.
No, you kick me out. That way he has to stay forever. You know what I mean? If you kick me out, he has to stay forever. It sounds like Matt has to tell me to leave.
That's awesome. That is actually now you're thinking of portals.
It's called science.
Yeah. But yeah, Thijs, answering your question, Yeah, just basically what Matt said about the other beer, but it depends on the beer. I mean, I'm assuming with that kind of age on it, it's like a big stout, probably barrel aged. And if it is barrel aged, by the way, there's a chance that you can lose some of the barrel presence after several years, depending on how heavily the barrel's influence has been and how you store it. So, try some now, try some later, especially if you have several.
Matt, what's the oldest beer you have in stock right now?
What?
What's the oldest
beer that you have in stock?
Approximately.
Well, it was probably this one. I just opened right now. You know what I mean?
And
like this one.
It's gone.
And like,
here's like 5 minutes.
Here's the trick. I don't cellar beers, man. I drink them. I just I don't have people think I have this.
No,
everybody assumes I have this crazy cellar of beers. I don't. I just drink all.
Oak H10. That's not drinking beers. Oak H10 is really old. I'm not sure how old, but a 20 is already old.
I bought this.
You bought it yesterday.
I bought it a week ago.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I'm sure
technically, this is the oldest beer I have, which is another La Trappe, which is their Koningshoven Bach. This is probably from 2001.
Yeah, before I drink beer, I didn't even know La Trappe was naming itself Koningshoven.
Yeah.
Well, I think Simon, what you need to know is that Matt has this weird, fucked up, pretty local place where he can walk in, and every time he walks in there, he finds the weirdest fucking old beers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you know what? We have this 5,000-year-old Sumerian fucking old beer thing, and you know for $4,
75% discount from the Netherlands. Fuck off."
Matt has this weird thing. I'll go into a place like a couple days before him, and I'll look around. I'll be like, "Oh, they don't really have anything," and then he'll go in 2-3 days later. He's like, "Oh, I pulled out this fucking thing." I was like, "That was definitely not there when I was there. That was definitely not there."
No, it was.
No, the shop owner
half the time I don't even trust him. I feel like he owns a bottle shop somewhere. And just
go together.
You walk in, they basically consider the fact fucking fake Ron Jeremy wannabe. he's just cruising for another piece of ass, and we're not going to give him the best stuff we have. We're going to save that for Matt fucking beer reviews.
I'm guessing Matt is asking the right questions.
Probably.
Actually, that is a more
specific.
What's the word?
Legit
words. Words.
Does he
know that someone's going around and intentionally planting these beers, knowing that Matt's going to be there?
I have a beer fairy? That's fucking awesome. I have a beer fairy?
Like someone's tracking Matt's every move and being like, all right, we're gonna plant these beers in this bottle shop so that Matt
it's like the NSA if they were good.
You know what?
I'm eavesdropping on Matt. Oh, he wants a Hardy? Let's just sprinkle some Hardy dust on his fucking
There's a government sector.
That's the fucking case. I wouldn't actually believe that. Also, hello, James.
Hey, James.
Hello, you bunch of big sexies.
Hello, James. I have to go though. So.
I do.
Excuse me, but you're the tastiest one, and I've just got here.
And that's why I'm apologizing.
Can we kick him out now? Because James is just basically dissing on all of us, and I'm just basically feel like
dissing. I think he's hitting on all of this.
I don't know, man.
I'm just the Rasputin of the beer world. Of the beer shoot world. Yeah.
You know what? That's just not even fair, considering the roommate you have that you have to hit on us. That says a lot. It's not fair.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Keith. Bye, everybody. Love you, dude.
Bye.
We'll see you next time.
What are you drinking, James?
Nothing.
Actually, I just woke up. So nothing.
You just woke up.
Yeah, I just woke.
Where are you right now?
I'm in my bed as always.
But which part of the
woke up
of the globe?
There you go.
I'm in Sweden just now. Yeah.
What?
But yeah, no, I was actually going to get up and film. I've got a black IPA that I quite fancied, and then Thomas was having an orgy, so I have to join in when Thomas has an orgy.
In Sweden, it's around the same time as here in the Netherlands, right?
Yeah, but on the weekends, I've got a side job, so I teach I teach Chinese kids English from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m.
What?
Yeah,
you really have a
that's basically his excuse. At the end of the day, though, what you need to realize is that James is part of this big international hustling cartel, and he just he makes a lot of money during the day, and then he needs to get rid of it because it's all dirty money, and he can't launder it, so he just blows it all away on cocaine and hookers and moonshine.
And then
so basically does from sort of 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. and then he just goes to bed for 3 hours and then he wakes up and he goes to work. But it's just his system saying now I need to wake up.
Yeah. It's all part of the big game. It's all part of the big game, boys. Yeah. But yeah, no, August and it's basically August and September are the kind of intense months because I'm going to go back to if we can call it normal work at some point in the next few months when I can be bothered. Yeah, because I took my year off. I took my year off basically to do my Swedish course. So, I took 6 months off to do the second half of the Swedish course.
What are you doing?
But yeah.
But how many hours does your work week count?
I was originally doing about 36, but then I cut it down to...
You cut it down? Oh.
Yeah, I was doing 36 hours on the weekend, 18 hours, 18, but then I cut it down in about January to, to about, I think about 28, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, no, 26. Yeah, 26. So 13 hours each day on the weekends. Yeah,
you have this hobby that takes a lot of time. Only
especially with the length of my reviews.
I know, right? And then you have to edit it.
I don't really edit. Yeah. I don't have to edit mine. I do because because I hate GoPro. I shouldn't have bought a GoPro. Fuck GoPro.
You bought a new one, right? Recently.
I'm surprised you got one of them. But...
I should have. See, the thing was, I was looking at it, and I was like, I looked at the quality of the camera and stuff like that, and because I had the choice of that, I was looking at just getting another Sony, getting a 4K Sony, and it was like, right, it was like, okay, I can pay twice the price for a 4K Sony, or I can get a GoPro that seems to be just as good for half the price. And I thought, well, everyone goes on about GoPros, why not? But then the software is shit. The GoPro software is fucking awful.
GoPros are just an opinion anyway, so there you go.
It's just an opinion, isn't it? And it's in there is foreign and all.
Oh my god, fuck off. Craig. I love you, brother. I love you really. That is that's beautiful. That is.
But yeah, no, I have to admit, the thing that the GoPro is actually a good little piece of kit, but they need to get rid of that fucking, excuse my French, that FAT32 file system that it uses. It's actually pointless. Either that or give you the option to choose what file format you use.
FAT32, that stops about 1 gig, right?
Yeah, it's the system. It's got the FAT32 system, and it records for about 11-12 minutes at a time. Then it switches and makes a new file. So you can't just record one single file on it. It basically splits it into 3. Then you've got to
but it's
edit
smart
it
enough
together.
to do it on its own.
Yeah, so it's a bit.
Have you considered just doing shorter reviews?
No.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying no.
Yeah. So the lesson was, the lesson that I should have known is, if you ever want a new camera, stick with the Japanese. Should have got a Sony.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Did you drink the 4A? What is it in English? 418? come back today? The newest bandwagon.
I had it twice actually.
We drank that one.
Is it any good?
Of course it is, because it's Bucks.
It's a nice beer. Yeah.
About 3 years ago, we wouldn't have said that.
Actually, that's why I'm saying it right now, because Bucks has actually really gotten on point in the last 3 years.
Of course.
And Bucks is one of the few breweries where I will actually say that the hype is real. But people don't believe it because it's Northern and we can brew beers. And it's not like one of those.
Brew beers.
No,
it's the best IPA of the Dutch.
Yeah, people don't believe it because it's not one of the established hype IPA breweries, but they actually know. They actually have knowledge and technique and skill. They're not just fucking around with some bot equipment and just botching shit and they know actually how to can their beers. They actually know how to brew their beers.
Do you know what happened? Because what I say about 3 to 5 years ago, there was a whole different view on Bucks.
Off and they got better people.
They got a foreign brewer.
You can't fuck everything up.
No, I'm not going to name names, but one or two people fucked off and they got better people, and then those people said, "This is what you were doing wrong, and this is what you need to do better." And they were like, "Okay, let's try that." And then you know what? It worked.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, these guys.
I really think they are.
You know what
they are the best.
They bought a canning line. They bought a canning line, not like
not
hired.
renting it.
They bought a canning line, and the people who were supposed to come in to set it up and teach them how to do it couldn't because of COVID. So they did a Zoom session where the people who
they did it themselves, right?
Yeah, the people who made
a live stream
basically in a Zoom session explained them what they needed to do. They started working on it and just taught themselves like, how the fuck do we work this? And they did.
From China or not?
I don't know where they came from.
I thought it was China.
It could be China.
A lot of them come from Italy. The cannon lines.
I don't think it was China.
No, it wasn't Italy.
I think it was America.
Was it America?
Or was it New Zealand?
Oh.
I need to rewatch the live stream where Casper explained it.
To my knowledge, it's Asian, but I'm not sure.
I should look it up again. But all I know is
I'm loaded. So
yeah,
that's my
they're
excuse.
actually just.
I'm loaded, so that's my excuse.
Yeah, you're loaded.
You sound like Case now. So here's an interesting question. When did Matt walk away?
Before I started about the Dutch.
I think it was when the dog came.
Oh,
yeah. He was like sitting like this. I wanted to ask if that was against his child or his dog, but I didn't.
It was probably it could be both actually. It could be that the dog distracted him from something and that something was wrong with Micah, or not wrong, but happening with Micah. But we'll just see what happens. Craig, are you still on the MP?
Yeah, I'm just take my time. I've got that much left. So,
well, what's the ABV on that one?
Very nice. 10.
10. Yeah, that's like one of those nice evening filling programs, right?
It's a nice sipping beer, just chill kind of deal. And I might get an IPA in a bit. We'll see.
That's a weird build up. They go from something like that to an IPA.
But just calm down. Just calming down now. So.
Yeah. Just taking your chill time, right?
Well, we'll see. I've got some stouts I took out of the fridge about an hour and a half an hour before I came on.
Mm-hmm.
I've got this one here that sounds quite interesting. King of the Woodland, an imperial stout with pistachio and honeycomb. 12.5.
That sounds like Left-Handed Giant.
There we go. It's a collaboration with one of your guys, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Belgium?
Okay.
No,
it's North Belgium.
You
chat.
Elche is.
I can't pronounce it.
It's a Dutch brewery.
Het Ulsje.
Yeah, it is
a Dutch brewery, isn't it?
It's for
Brouwerij Het Ulsje.
It is you pronounce it as het Elche.
Het Elche.
Elche. Het Elche. No?
Het Elche.
But
Something
they're
like
also known as Heineken.
They should I think
No.
I think
Bavaria.
Bavaria. Sorry, Bavaria.
It's the Wee Owl, the Wee Owl Brewery. The Wee Owl Brewery.
It's an left-handed giant collab. I'm debating. I've just had a 10, and this is a 12.5. So it's like, we'll see.
I think that sounds like a good session ale.
Yeah, could be good. Could be good.
I'd say go for it. You're probably going to live stream anyway. There's going to come a point, like in a little bit, where I'm going to drop off and we're going to go to bed, and you're like, yeah, I'll just start one up, and I'm suddenly like somewhere in the morning, I'm going to rewatch a live stream where you're hanging out with Disco and Razgo and Blake and
last night's stream was outrageous. So
I didn't see that last night.
It was. Well, Adam and Harry joined in their hotel room, and I just kept the screen on them the whole, pretty much since when they joined to when they left, and then I said goodbye. And that was it. It was just hilarious. They're off their faces, drunk.
Oh, they were. They're at it again right now.
Yeah, no, but that was good viewing. It's hilarious. So. I was just sitting there like the viewers watching. It was like,
Harry's, yeah. Harry gets really into the football when he's drunk.
Oh, that was beautiful 2 days ago.
I've noticed that. I've noticed that.
When he was streaming the end of I was surprised he didn't get pulled because he was basically streaming a football match. But yeah, no, that was what was he calling that one German referee again?
Foreign.
I don't know.
No,
Foreign.
No, what was his? Let me look this up. What were his literal words were?
He was like, "Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off."
No, wait, give me.
I'm just uploading tomorrow morning's review.
So Douglas, since Thomas is finally busy.
James, you're a football fan, right?
Douglas is
yeah.
What do you think about the final? Who do you
Italy,
think?
I've not paid attention to the tournament since Sweden went out, to be quite honest.
Okay.
No,
I've not really paid attention to it. When Sweden went out, I kind of wanted Denmark to win it because of Eriksson, but
yeah,
otherwise, once Sweden went out, I was like, yeah, whatever.
I've hoped for a final Denmark against England, but now it's England against Italy, and I think Italy's going to win, but I hope England is going to win.
Right. I just found, by the way, very quickly, Harry literally called the referee during that match the shit foreign German. He was singing it. He was chanting shit foreign German. It was beautiful. He was just sitting there chanting.
There was a player that used to play for Rangers, and whenever Dunfermline played Rangers, we used to sing at him, "You're just a shite Pocahontas."
Wow.
Shite Pocahontas?
You're just a shite Pocahontas. His name was Bilal. I think he was like Algerian or something like this, and his name was Bilal Moshne, and he was just an arsehole. So we just used to sing at him, "You're a shite Pocahontas." Oh dear. I don't know why, but we used to. There was another player. He was a goalkeeper for us. He played for us for one season, but never made an appearance. And then he went to Aberdeen, Jamie Langfield, and he was a good goalkeeper. But for some reason, and nobody knows why, we just used to sing at him, "Jamie Langfield's wife's a whore." I don't know why we used to sing that. I have no idea why we used to sing that.
Because you're a bastard.
You'd like this, James. You'd like this, mate. This is
what is it? It's
it's an Imperial. It's a Disco Demolition Derby from Low Key Barrel Project. It's 10% Imperial Stout with coffee, cherry, chocolate, and tonka beans.
Ah, nice. Oh yeah, I would like that. I like tonka beans.
Yeah, I would like that, but yeah, that was a.
Oh, you mean the illegal American ingredient?
That's it. Well, I've put the link in the chat if you wanted to.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'll have a wee look at that. Yeah. Where are they from, Craig?
They're out of Ashford, my neck of the woods in Kent.
Oh, right. I might need you to pick me up a bottle of that then, and I'll get it off you in the England.
I mean, I picked it up online, so I don't know if this one's about. I'll have to have a look, but I've got another 3 others from a series I'm going to be doing at some point. But probably be later on in the autumn months from now.
Yeah.
But I needed this tonight. It's really...
Yeah, just while it's in my head as well, Craig, I might actually finally have a window to do the England tour. So it might be between sometime in the middle of March until April. Like I found that I've got like a 3-4 week gap, so I can probably do it during then actually, which will be quite nice.
Plenty of time. I can, within a few days, I can get to London for a weekend. So
yeah, because I'm just going to get that. I think I'll probably, to be honest, I think the way I'll do it is I'll probably come, because I'll be coming back from Japan, so I'll probably end up in Edinburgh. I think.
When are you going to go to Japan?
I think maybe October.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sorry, probably later October, early November. Because I get my second vaccine. I get my second vaccine at the start of August. I've got it was kind of shit. My friend, I'm one of the best men at 2 weddings coming up, and then my friend who's getting married, his wedding's the first wedding's on the 3rd of September, then the other one's on the 23rd of October. So I'm going to go home for October, basically, for one friend's stag do and then the wedding, because there's about a 2-week gap. The other friend, I was supposed to go home at the start of August, and I was going to go home for like 10 days. But because of the restrictions and stuff, I would have to quarantine, and then the other best man guy is in Copenhagen, actually. So he'd have to do the same. So my friend was like, fuck it, I'm doing my stag do after the wedding so that there's no issues for you guys to come. So I've basically got in October, I've got stag do, wedding, and then probably after that off to Japan for a little while.
Pretty good shine.
Yeah. But we'll see, because I need to come back to Europe for another wedding in April, and then we need to see. I've still got my flight to use to the States as well, so I might go back to Japan after that via the States.
Have you ever considered have you ever considered just living in the house you live in for longer than 2 weeks?
What's the house?
That's it. I've kind of set myself up though. I've kind of set up my sort of career and things just so that I don't have to be in the one place.
It's cool. It's all legit. It's just
it means I can come and visit if I can basically come and visit you whenever I want because you're sexy.
Bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
We were boring. But you can always come and visit me, you know that, as long as you come and visit me.
Yeah. Yep. I need to figure out when to come and.
You did not get that joke though, because that was like whoosh.
Yeah, I did get that.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. It wouldn't take me long. So yeah.
How did that whole COVID situation popped up? Because when James visited Thomas, Douglas and Gerben and Remy all got in some kind of quarantine, or what happened there?
Now the situation was, so this was very unlucky timing. Basically, James took a plane to the Netherlands, and while he was in flight, which isn't even a very long flight, literally while he was in flight, the Dutch government basically declared new quarantine laws, or at least new restrictions. We weren't in quarantine.
Yeah,
you couldn't have like 4 people over anymore, or 5. You had to have like no more than 2 people in one place and stuff like that. And this literally happened while he was in the air. So when he arrived, he spent a day or 2 in Leiden, and we had this entire thing planned with the weekend where it was going to be the Dutch Beer Collective and James. But the thing is,
there was no Dutch Beer Collective because Dutch law. There wasn't there wasn't a Dutch beer collective because Dutch law.
Because of Dutch law, basically, because well, Dutch law, and even if we were like, can we not do this? Even if we wanted to, like, we had a few people that Gerben works in healthcare. You know, he can't take risks. Remy's wife had some health issues, which basically made him go like, I'm not gonna take any risks, which was all very legit and very understandable. It just the timing was just rubbish.
Same for my wife,
and the same for yours. Oh yeah.
So perhaps maybe next year or so, James.
Yeah, next year would be an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the current guidance in the Netherlands for people who have got double jabs coming in? Is there any movement there?
We're getting redder and redder.
We're fucked.
Oh yeah, so are we. But
so basically, what happened is we went from a week. In a week, we went from where we had like 700 new cases a day. We went to 7,000 new cases a day.
No. We went from 1,000 to 10,000.
No, it was. You can check out one of the. It was 686 or 85 to 7,100. I can look it up again, but
we're up to 30,000 cases per day currently.
Yeah, the only positive so far is that our hospital, people being taken to the hospital has not actually gone up a lot yet.
I mean, ours is up to about 200 or 300 a day.
Yeah, so that's what we're kind of waiting for to see what happens. I mean, basically,
we're supposed to be opening up on the 19th, which is like not long.
No,
they're reviewing it on the 14th.
Yeah. So basically, what happened for you guys is what happened here. I read this interesting article where apparently there's a lot of medical experts in the UK saying, please, more restrictions, and don't fuck around with this. What happened here about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, the nightclub thing? About a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, nightclubs and shit could open up again.
That's just bonkers, isn't it? I mean, that's what
they had no, but here's the thing. The idea that there was this, we have this app where people can get a QR code if they have their jabs and everything and they've been tested. But what happened is people just took screenshots and started sharing the youth population basically started sharing this QR code and basically started spreading this thing saying, I'm healthy and I can get into the club. There was one club where they had like 700 people in and 108 people were tested positive.
Wow.
Yeah. In one evening in one club. So basically what happened is that 3 days ago, a lot of clubs voluntarily already said we're closing down.
Yeah.
And yesterday evening, some new restrictions were put in place where big outside events that last several days are no longer allowed. Single day events are allowed outside, but you have to have your, proper,
The thing is, this new variant is spreading out outside more than the others have. So it's like, shit. That's I don't know. It's
what it comes down to is we're all proper fucked, and not in the good way.
No, it's going to be really interesting to see how all this pans out. But
I can basically tell you how this is going to pan out in one very, very, very easy,
it will pan out.
It's a show of expression. This is going to pan out.
It will pan out eventually, but
eventually. But for the foreseeable future, for the next few months, it's going to pan out in a very simple way.
Yeah.
Shit. Because people are fucking it up. People are being selfish, and people are being bastards, and people are only thinking about themselves. And so, who cares?
That always happens.
Because it's only an opinion.
It's not a real virus. It's just
no. Simon, what are you drinking, man?
It's the Bounty Hunter but not from our beloved friend the Moose Ladle, but it's from Cervisium.
Cervisium.
Ooh.
Okay.
So basically, you're going on your third very high ABV beer for the evening.
You little rascal.
Fake news, it's the fourth.
Okay.
It's a coconut coffee and chocolate mud cake imperial pastry stout.
I think you're at like 560 ABV.
It's ABV.
It's ABV. It's 65% ABV.
It might be sweet.
No, but how is it? Is it good though?
No, it's not a. You know, a Cervisium pastry stout. My knowledge goes back to the how is it called? The Pecanisher. Do you know the Pecanisher? There are three variants of it, and that's a really thick, nutty forward beer. So I thought,
is it Cervisium as in the Norwegian brewery? Sorry.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Ah, right, yeah.
Cervisium.
Yeah, I don't think.
How do you pronounce it?
Cervisium.
Cervisium, yeah. They're from Oslo, I think. But I'm still. That's the thing is, I'm yet to find any country that can beat the Nordics on the thickness of imperial. Well, Scandinavia, the Finnish stouts aren't quite as thick, but I'm yet to find a country that can beat, Denmark, Sweden, Norway on thickness of imperial stouts.
I could beat you at thickness.
Oh yeah, but that's a different story.
I actually think that, by the way, Simon just pronounced the beer as circumcision, but I could be wrong.
I didn't say circumcision. Come on. My English sucks, but it's not that bad. Come on.
You're not that drunk just yet, huh? You got some.
Only a tad away.
I'm just gonna quickly check something. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I mean, I'm
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Thank you, Simon, for doing that. Because of you being a total dick, we only got one person watching right now. Thank you. That's all on you, you shit.
And that's me. That's me. That's me. I've got the stream open on YouTube.
and now I'm here talking to myself. That's
really, you know what? The Master of Hobbits, you know him, right?
Yeah,
I've met him once or twice.
He went live today, and to my knowledge, he has over 9K subscribers.
Yeah.
And he only had 19 people watching.
Yeah,
I was really surprised.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, because see, subscribers, that's the thing, though. People are so hooked on numbers, like, I need a certain amount of subscribers or whatever.
I know.
The number of subscribers doesn't say anything.
No, but with that kind of subscribers, I expect a bit more than we from the Dutch do.
I've had live streams where I have like just over 500 subs, and I've had live streams where I had like 15 people watching.
You had this live stream goes over the 500. Why?
No, I have over 500 subscribers.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I had like 15 people watching. So it's just, the thing is, though, you have your core audience. And this is the thing that happens. So people subscribe, they watch, they follow you for a while, and then they drop off. And then that's what happens. And then you get your core subscribers. And yeah, those are the ones that keep following. People like, for example, Menno, who's going to bed, and he had a great party.
How does both Thijs and Menno and Rampant Lion, James, sorry for forgetting your name, have the stream open and you still have one visitor?
I have three people watching right now. That's just if they close the tab for like a few seconds, whatever. But that's the thing. That's numbers. Numbers mean two things: jack and shit.
Yeah,
So
I'm just always like that. I'm always like that. Who gives a shit about the numbers?
Yeah, the numbers. So don't focus on the amount of subscribers or the amount of views. And I can have reviews. I have reviews that have 20 or 30 views, and then suddenly I have a review that has 70, and then my subscribers go up and then they go down. And this entire fascination with numbers is just fucking bullshit. Have fun.
And not everybody is into live streams also.
Exactly, that's also a thing.
True. But you guys from the Dutch Bear Collective, you know, you have something. How should I call that? You have something more than Menno, me, Randy.
Yeah.
To the public and to breweries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are above the het voetvolk.
Well,
we can see we have a steady audience also.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I think I have a steady audience, but it's lower than Thomas and Remy, of course.
So
I think I meet.
Why is that important?
Gerben. No, it's not important, but you see there's a difference in how people and brands like breweries evolve with people like me, Menno, Randy, and that kind of shit.
I mean, the thing is, you get different stuff. I mean, I guess in a sense, in the European context, maybe my channel's a little bit unique in that sense because I'm doing stuff from all over the place.
Yeah,
and you know, you notice that you know, I've got a bunch of Romanian beers at the moment, and I've got a bunch of microbrewed Vienna lagers from the different breweries in the Vienna area, and those don't, you know, the Vienna lager stuff doesn't really get many views, but I don't care. It's like, you know, I want to get some Austrian stuff up on the channel, and it's like and it's, I mean, like I put up it's a bit weird. I mean, for example, if I have a little look at my numbers, if I go back, so I published. I mean, like this morning, I published a Destruza, and that's one of these ones. They always build up over time as well. That's the thing.
It's weird.
Yeah,
I really think that's weird.
Yeah,
I just did my first 1K vid. It took over a year, but it's why that vid?
Yeah, I mean, you notice it from different countries and things like that. Like, for example, I've got an Estonian beer that I published from it's a brewery that's basically a big hobby project, a brewery called Nusker, and it's sitting on like 100 views after a couple of days. And then you know, I've got the Westmalle one, which the Belgian beer gets always gets quite a bit of engagement. The German beers always do as well. And I've got the Russian ones. They build up. The thing is, with BeerTube, you're not going to get high impact with BeerTube. It's going to build up over time. You're going to get people who, you know, if you really do want to build your numbers, the key thing to do is maybe, you know, once a week. If you really wanted to do it, you review one German, one Belgian beer a week, and that builds your numbers steadily. And then you do stuff from different geographies. That's kind of what I think.
Still, you should do it in English to really, really build it.
I don't really speak English, but people still watch mine.
you speak English.
But here's the thing. I mean, and I see it everywhere. I see it on Facebook. Facebook is basically a dying thing. I see it on Instagram. I see it on YouTube. It's the kind of people that consider themselves like, I hate the word. I fucking hate the word. It's the most bullshit thing. It's the beer influencer. And they don't post the beers. They keep posting pictures of themselves. They do gimmicky things, and they do stunts, and they do the weird shit to sort of draw in people because they want the attention. They want the freebies. They want, you know, people to like them. They want people to love them. They want to go like, look at how awesome I am. Yeah. I post pictures of the can or bottle and the beer poured. I'm not going to go post pictures of me holding the beer and with a fake smile. I'm not going to post pictures of me in get up and gimmicky stuff. And
apart from when I'm there.
Well, apart from you're there, but you're my exception. You're always my. Well, so is Douglas. I'm touching his knee right now.
Oh,
and with knee, I mean something else. It's a solid knee. It's just the thing is though, people try because people want and people want. And you know what? I'll post stuff on Instagram, and then I'm suddenly. I realized, hey, that post didn't get that much attention as a previous post, or this one suddenly gets a lot more attention. And there really isn't a much difference. It's just a beer with a text. The same thing goes for the reviews. And stop trying, stop wanting to be, stop this life that you think you need to lead as a beer tuber or a beer influencer or whatever. Just fucking talk about the thing that you're drinking and don't be weird about it. Just this is what I'm tasting, this is what I'm smelling.
For example, Thomas,
that's it.
For example, you say, I presume, no, that's not the right word. Maar ik neem aan, of ik ga ervan uit, nee.
I assume. You assume.
No. You once said, heel goed, your mystery beers are one of the better viewed reviews, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
To me, that's not the case. They suck at views. So maybe my audience suck. Sorry, guys. But
can I be very honest about something?
All right, always.
You're way too focused on the numbers, man. They mean too much to you. They mean too much to you. You hold way too much stock in numbers.
The only thing that means to me is if I compare my numbers about views and subscribers against some of the other guys.
Yeah.
I think why are my it's out of there's no balance, you know?
Yeah,
that's the only I still review for myself and I don't care what people think about it.
Yeah, but you do because you do care because you compare.
Sure, I care, but I don't care what others. I care, but I don't care what other people think about it. But what would I say? I would have made a point now, but
that's what Servicium will do to you. Look, dude, it's very simple.
What I wanted to say is, I think I am one of the guys that once in a while do that that stuff you dislike, adding things to the review that not supposed to, like eating frikandellen, eating chips, and that kind of shit.
Yeah,
that's your style. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not about the beer.
Be honest about one thing. I'm just gonna ask you. Be honest. Do you do it because you think it's fun, or do you do it because you think you're gonna get more views?
Both.
Well, then drop the last
both.
Drop the view thing. Do it for fun because people will know. If people will instantly know if you're doing it to get views.
Yeah.
People aren't stupid. People will smell that. They can taste that. They can distill it and they can slap it on their bodies and wear it as a beautiful cologne. They're gonna know when you're doing it for games.
I'm not sure.
Doing it for fun.
One example,
but don't do it because they will know, and then that's when they're gonna drop off because they're gonna think it's not real.
For example, I really, and I was drunk, but really enjoyed the BAM video about the Schultenbrouw and the Canon. That I really liked going outside and acting like one, and I know I didn't know if you see him or not, but I really liked doing that. But it's also the one that gained the most viewers and subscribers.
Yeah, because people thought it was fun. And then you start thinking, if people think that's fun, I'm going to do it more. And then people will see people will see that you're forcing a thing. And then they're going to go like, oh, now it's not him having fun anymore. He's forcing something. And then they're going to say like, eh.
Did you ever... hoe zou je dat komen? Heb jij dat ooit doorgehad? Heb je ooit gedacht, oh, hij is nu aan het forceren?
So that's a conversation we're gonna have privately. That's not something we're gonna do live on YouTube because
maybe one video.
You had a few beers, and we're not gonna have a conversation like that live on YouTube. If you ever want to talk about that privately, we can do that. We can even do that in a hangout that is not public, so we can do this face to face in a stream that isn't viewable for other people. But that's not something we're gonna do right now on YouTube.
It's like James said. Even though he know his numbers will drop if he puts some reviews about beers that aren't interesting to people, he still is going to do it because he feels like it. He likes to do it.
That's the whole thing about, I guess, Trappist beers, lager beers. I think we, at least the Dutch guys, agree on doing that more on YouTube, while we still know there's not that much of interest.
No, but
to my knowledge, it's why I care. No, that's why I review it.
I think there should be more Dutch, at least Dutch, reviews about Trappist.
Yeah, perhaps you're right. But you still have to post those reviews that you're comfortable with, despite what the people might think. And if you really like it, and if you really like it, then you're gonna show it, and people see that if you're honest or not.
I mean, it's the thing. The way I look, I don't know. I maybe look at it in a slightly different way. My sort of ambition for if I look at what I would want to do with my channel going forward, for example, I want, I always just want to try new beers from new places. I mean, if I look at Europe, for example, I've got a bunch of Italian beers sitting through there, and the only reason I haven't done those is because it's a pain in the arse trying to do the brewery research for them. That's why I've not really touched those yet. Okay. And then I've also got I've got a bunch of Austrian ones sitting through there. I've got the Romanian ones as well, and they'll take a while because, again, it's for me, finding that, trying to get the information on these breweries, sometimes it can be a pain in the arse. And what usually happens, the process of doing that, it's quite an interesting one. What you have to do quite often is find the name of one of the owners of the brewery, and from that you can find newspaper articles. Like, for example, if I'm doing a Russian beer, you find the name of the owner, and then you can transcribe that into like Cyrillic, and then you search the name and find the articles. And quite often you'll find blog websites that tell you about all of these things, tell you the size of the equipment and so on. You've got a whole trail of that. But anyway, I'm going on. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Cheers,
Greg.
Nice.
Cheers, buddy. Enjoy that.
But yeah, no, I mean, my ambition for my channel going forward is I'd like to get more beers from different places. I mean, that's just the thing. I don't give a shit about how many reviews they've got. I mean, or how many views they get. For example, like I think at least out of all the folk that I know, I've got, Harry's got a few Hong Kong reviews and things like that. I've got a bunch of South Korean beer reviews on the channel. I do the Japanese ones as well when I'm over there, and the Japanese ones don't get that much because in Japan, nobody speaks English, and to how many people have access to these beers. And
James, I might be doing some more Portuguese reviews soon.
Oh, very nice.
Are
you thinking to go? Is that because you're heading down there, or
two secs? Sorry.
Yeah. But just to go back to something, because you're talking about the views, right? I know for a fact that if I were to do, because this happened just a few days ago, if I were to do a Frau Grube double IPA, I probably hit I don't know. I'm just naming a number, like 80, 90 views, because it's a Frau Grube and it's a double IPA. I did a Frau Grube Helles. I think it went just over 40 views, which is like less than half. Yeah. Because people care about Helles, because the beer community, the average beer drinker just cares about if I do weird adjunct stouts or the famous American Whales, people will watch.
Yeah,
I did a American beer that I know Americans go crazy for, and I loved the ever-loving fuck out of it. It didn't really get that many views because the Dutch audience goes like, I don't know this beer. I don't really care. And
it is in that.
So you want to talk about honesty? You want to talk about pure honesty? I went to Bucks today with Douglas, and even before we went inside, this was really fucking weird, by the way. I got recognized.
Yeah.
So I started talking to this guy, and I asked him, like, do you ever comment on the videos? Like, who are you? Because I'd love to know who you are. It's fun for me to know who you are. He was like, no, I never really comment. I only watch the beers that I think, I like those beers.
Yeah.
So if I post like a Helles from some unknown German brewery, he's not going to watch it.
No.
But I'm still going to review it. I'm going to post it. And if only 2 people watch it, I'm going to post it and review it because I like it. And if you want to go on BeerTube, if you want to go on Instagram to become famous and have many, many people like you, many, many people follow you, many, many people watch your videos, well, you know what? Especially in the Netherlands, you're up for a disappointment.
It's a niche.
It is a niche.
It is a niche. But to be honest, it's nice to have
the niche is growing.
A lot of views. It's not the main goal, but if you get a lot of views and a lot of subscribers, it's nice.
Well, you know what I like? I like feedback. I've had videos where I had like 40
interaction
views.
is key.
I've had like 40 views and 8 or 9 people commenting on it. And then I had people like the fucking Bourbon. If you post Bourbon County, people watch it. I hardly got any feedback on it.
I really like the feedback.
I like the feedback a lot better. I'd rather have like 10 people watching and all 10 of them comment than 200 people watching and hardly anybody comment, because it's the interaction that's fun, because you realize that these people really care. They like what you do and they want to talk to you, and I want to talk to them.
I also enjoy James in the live streams. I also like to the comments of the people and the way they interact with us, but also with each other.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
Great. I really like that.
I also like to touch myself, but that's something different.
That's what it's all about. I mean, it's all about the community. But I mean, it is weird. Like, I've had people I've been in Lund, actually. I've just been walking around in Lund, and it's I've had 1 or 2 weird things happen over the years. Like, my friend, his flatmate, she said she had a friend who picked out that really was into beer, and I picked out a few beers for her to buy him for his birthday. And then it turned out that this friend's brother was a big fan of the channel, and he was from somewhere further up north. So that was quite strange. I also had a guy who just recognized me in my pizza place that I go to in Lund. He's like, I watch your videos. And and this guy, he was saying that and it's weird that I hadn't bumped into him before, because I go to this place pretty much quite often, and he said the same. So we must have just, kebab pizza every day. But yeah, no, like, it's like, that happened. But what the weirdest one, honestly, one of the weirdest ones that happened to me was, this was in Korea. I was in South Korea. Oh, Roscoe.
Oh, Disco.
Oh, it's Disco that yeah. But I need to get to know those guys better. Okay. But the weirdest one that ever happened to me was I was in it was in Seoul in Korea, and I was sitting there with a tasting flight. We were at a brewery called Mr. Lee Brewing. I don't know how you actually say this thing, but it's basically a brew. It's in the basement of like a business building, and it's a brew pub. It's a beautiful thing. You can check out my out and about video I did of this. But wait.
You just wondered about pronouncing the name. You were in Asia. In an Asian country? Where were you?
Korea. Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to sound like that kind of guy, but I think they were actually playing with the Western people. I think you're supposed to say Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee, yeah. I think that's
it. Mr. Lee. And
that's it.
Basically, I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. They were really basically fucking with the Western people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's beautiful. It's a Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee, yeah. But Mr. Lee Brewery, and this was in Seoul, and I was sitting there with me Chico when she's got her baby bump, and I've got a little tasting flight in front of me, and I was filming, and then this guy, European, comes up, just taps her on the shoulder, shows her shows her his phone, and then she just nods. And then once I finish telling me, he comes back up to me, and it's the sales guy from Frau Gruber.
No.
Oh, yeah, serious?
Yeah, his name's Daniel, and yeah, he just came up to me because he was in Asia on because he went between. It was weird because he went between Hong Kong, Japan, and Korea, and he was basically. I'm sure he was out there like creating distribution contacts, and he was also doing the festival. He was also like pouring beers at the Hong Kong Craft Beer Festival as well. Because he invited me, he was like, "Oh, come to the festival," and it was actually I was coming back. I was going back to Hong Kong, I think a day too early or a day too late or something like this. But that was weird. That was weird. It's in Korea, in Seoul, getting tapped on the shoulder by the sales guy from Frau Gruber. It's like, you reviewed a couple of our beers.
Nice.
That's the weirdest one I've had.
That's like fucking weird. You're in like Korea, and that's like somebody from Frau Gruber. How though? Like, you know?
Don't know. It's just it's weird like that.
That's a nice recognition. And
yeah.
I believe everything wants that recognition from the audience. Maybe
it's not about wanting it, but it's about appreciating it.
Yeah,
it's appreciated, but it's not wanting it. I mean,
I'm definitely not wanting to look it. I'm not looking for it because there are plenty of beers I rate at a number which I don't recall in my actual reviews, but the salesperson wouldn't be happy to hear that. But because I still want to be sincere, but still you get that communication going by only getting the name up and reviewing the beer, actually.
I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just do it now. I would say, don't focus on the numbers. Just think about, I go through phases with it, and then, for like the last, maybe about 18 months ago, I don't know what set it off, but I just go through things. And I'm like, I find like some good lager beers, and then I go in a phase that I review loads and loads of lagers, and more recently I've been doing a lot of imperial stouts. But I think that was probably the imperial stouts was probably Riku's fault. I think because he sent me a bunch of Finnish ones, and I think I just got really into the imperial stouts on the back of that. So, you just go through phases like that, and I've got these Vienna lagers to work my way through. I've got the Romanian stuff. So that is just you'll go through phases like that. But I mean, the thing is, just for me, as I say, if I'm thinking about Europe now, what would I like to do? I'd like to get I'd like to get some Ukrainian stuff because I know there's quite a few interesting Ukrainian beers. Hungary is a country I've not really touched upon. I'd love to get some Polish stuff.
I might kind of want to not do Hungary beers right now, but that's because of
yeah, yeah. But
that's just me. That's I'm not forcing anything on anybody, but considering the political climate there right now. There will be a Hungarian beer on the channel soon because I got it from a beer. I got it from a web shop, so I kind of feel like I should review it because they gave it to me. But
it's not a guarantee that a Hungarian brewer is thinking the same way like the president.
That was my point, and I have no idea. So I'm gonna just kind of leave that in the middle and just review the beer for what it is.
I think that's one of the things I think about Eastern Europe in a sense is that. You tend to get, I mean, if you look at Poland, for example, there's a really good YouTube channel called DW, the news service, the German public news service, DW, Deutsches Welle.
Yeah.
They're basically the same company, if you like, as France 24. They're basically sister companies. And they've got a YouTube channel called DW Documentary. They've got loads of documentaries in English. And I watched one about, I love watching those. There's 2 or 3 pop up every day. And I was watching one about Poland and the gay scene in Poland. And it's actually like when the gay folk were out talking to people on the street, most Polish folk were like, we don't care. It's just you get fucking nut jobs in power. It's like you know, it's in a sense it's like Russia, because I mean if you go to Russia, the Russian people are so hospitable and so kind, but then you've got him in charge.
And that's the thing, though. This is of course the system is corrupt, but you kind of start thinking those people should only be in power, the nut jobs, because the majority of the people put them there in place, right? So you kind of the majority of the people of a country share the opinion of the nut job?
I don't. But the thing, I think in Russia, there's a lot
because Russia is just really fucked up. What are you doing?
Toodaloo. I'm going to.
I mean, I don't know how well Orban won the election and stuff in Hungary. I've not looked at that, but I've not looked. I can't remember. Is it Duda? Is the one in Poland?
Duda. No,
yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, but this is the thing. The thing is, and this is one of the problems. I think, in terms of the European context, I think the Western European countries have been quite naive in a sense, and not really stood up enough to the more authoritarian things. A lot of the democratic countries are seen as being quite weak, and they need to be a little bit stronger in standing against the likes of Jinping and Putin. But yeah, that's just me. But then that's something that the EU needs to come together and do. But when you've got Germany not, for example, if you've got Germany not contributing to NATO as they should and things like that, then it becomes quite difficult.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're kind of at the point there. It's like almost 2 a.m. Probably start thinking about wrapping things up and starting to get some rack time. And you probably want to get to work, James.
Yeah, my first thing. I've actually got an extra half hour, because I was going to say I was going to. Oh no, it's just filled up. Ugh, that's annoying. Oh well. Yeah, no, I should be looking at getting to work.
Yeah,
I was thinking I had until 3 o'clock, but no, they've just filled up my slot at 2:30. I was like,
well. They filled up your slot.
They filled up my slot.
So,
yeah.
Thomas Douglas, what's the best beer you drank today?
The best beer I drank today?
The one you most enjoyed.
What's this one?
You enjoyed that most?
The batch 37, but from today at batch, it's the bandwagon for 18.
Oh man, it depends. It depends on, because I overthink everything. I'm guilty of this. The most complex beer today was definitely the Trap Oak Aged. The most flavorful beer was probably the Bandwagon.
Yeah.
The most quaffable beer today, the most drinkable beer was I'm gonna die on that fucking hill. I will defend that hill with my life. Is the Colminda, their pale ale. I mean, you make me a pale ale that is like $2.50 for a 12-ounce can, 11.7 ounce can, and that's the pale ale is like 5 point change in ABV, and it's crushable. So yeah, it depends on what I was looking for.
We had a lot of great beers.
I had some great beers today. I had great company today. So yeah.
Did you drink any beers today, James, or not?
When I finished work earlier, I reviewed a Slovenian beer that's going to publish tomorrow.
Tell us what time you drank.
Was it good beer?
It was good, yeah. It was a Temne. They call it a Temne, but it was like a checked Mave German Schwarzbier type thing. It was nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that sounds good.
So it was good. It was more like because it was more like the Czech. It had like the German mouthfeel, but flavor wise, it leans towards the kind of Czech side of things. The sort of more yeasty lager, if you like.
Nice.
So that was nice because I'm working through. I've still got 4 beers that Davor sent me that are Slovenian, and he sent. Davor always puts in a couple of goodies as well. So I need to look after I've done the Slovenian ones. I need to get his goodies done. I'm trying to basically work through my supply quite quickly at the moment, and just I need to get the Austrian, Romanian, and the Slovenian ones done, and then it's on to my Italian stuff.
Get her done.
Yeah, get it done.
Get her done.
Yeah.
What's your best beer today, Simon?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
They've all merged into one.
I think, after all, don't be aware of the price. It's still the curiosity.
Curiosity.
Yeah, I'm still curious about that
Curious.
one. Yeah, I'm so funny. No, I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I love my coconut. But yeah, I am. But we'll see. But
you convinced me to buy it.
Like you said, taking the price out of consideration, would you recommend it?
If you want to have a complex beer to sip on for about 2 hours, nah. An hour and a half, yes. But it's way too expensive. And
that's what I said. Just don't think about the price, just the beer itself.
I think it's too thin, but overall, it has the complexity you should expect from a beer.
It's the one from Broncos Brewing Company, or not? Yeah. Okay.
I saw random. I saw that on Beer Dome.
Yeah, it's a blend of 4 different beers,
and apparently it tastes like coconut, and that's it.
No, I'm not.
No, that's over. I know, Simon. I'm just being funny.
I was almost tempted. See, when I saw that,
there is coconut, right?
Yeah. See, when I saw that, though, Thomas, I was almost tempted to message you and be like, look, are you ordering from Beer Dome? Can I send you €15?
Well, we can talk about this. We can talk about this tomorrow because you have work to do. We can talk about some stuff. Yeah. But what were you saying, Simon?
Nothing.
Oh, you said something when I made the joke about it tastes like coconut. You said something.
It sure does.
Yeah, it's
but like, not in a way you expect. It does more than that. It has peatiness, it has cognac in it. So it's more complex than just a coconut, to me.
Oh, I love cognac barrel aging.
Somebody's going to go and take a dump, and he's going to take us with him.
No, I'm just in the kitchen.
Where's your roommate that you can make so much noise in the middle of the night?
She's in Gothenburg.
Oh, pity.
Oh.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining. Thank you to Craig that you joined. Thanks to Keith and Matt for joining. Everybody have a great evening. Have a great Sunday. James, have a great work evening, night thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, thank you for watching, and see you all of you guys in another review, not a live stream. And till later.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Cheers.
On to the next one.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.